see me blowing up, my grandma will be so proud. Up in heaven, yeah, beginning, know my brother see me, I'ma make my bro proud. Told his mama I'ma take her out of work, know that I'ma hold my bros down. ASAP till the dive, you didn't know, well you know now. I gotta get in my zone now, I gotta get in my zone now. Only a couple of more down, mama gon' get a new home now. Teach Monty Baller how to be a boss, so none of us ever go broke now. I'ma bring you to the water, swim, I cannot bring you to boat now. I'm on a new level, I'm on it, I'm on it. I'm on a new level, I'm on it, I'm on it. I'm on a new level, I'm on it, I'm on it. I'm on a new level, I'm on a new level. Pour me a new shovel, I'm on a new level. Put these in the dirt, chain with the new bezel, I'm on a new level. All my put it, I'm on a new level, I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level, I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level, I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level, I'm on a new level. Pour me a new shovel, pour me a new shovel. Put these in the dirt.
Yeah.
I'm working on
I'm upset. 50,000 on my head is disrespect. So offended that I had to double check. I'ma always take the money over. That's why they need me out the way, what you expect. Got a lot of blood and it's cold. They keep trying to get me for my soul. Thankful for the women that I know. Can't go 50-50 with no. Every month, I'm supposed to pay her bills and get her what she want. I still got like 7 years of doing what I want. My dad still got child support from 1991.
I know, it got all foggy, the bag was over it.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So are we gonna get Davies or no?
This is real life. We play chess.
Are we getting Davies or no? Are we gonna get Davies after all? Okay. So give me the thumbs up on it.
Is that what they told you?
Brianna had said that we're gonna get him to talk about the trophy.
I'll get with Brian and see.
Okay. I know we got 10 minutes. We got 10.
That's the only time I ever shoot below the net. Why you keep on shooting if you know it's dead? That's the only time they get you so upset. Got a lot of blood in this cold. They keep trying to kill me for my soul.
Remember, we're gonna hear that echo, so just gotta push through it.
Not as bad though. Like, I don't know if it's different for the mic or the music.
She don't even love me, she just pushing on the front. She gon' try and set a lot of court and make a run. They gon' ask me how I'm doing on set. $500,000 on my head, I can't accept them. This make me feel like someone trying to back them. Wanna waste $500,000, make my guess. Make me wanna buy back and attack.
All the methods.
All right, how you doing? We got a picture.
Oh, you want to get the go? Hey, can you take pictures? Regular and portrait. So we gotta get this and this. All right, let's get it a little closer, guys. Lean up on the. There you go, right there. You got a portrait? Joe, take over, Joe. Take over. 9 minutes? Okay, we got plenty of time. Hold on, let me see. Make sure.
Yeah, it's because you can see a lot of the shadows there.
Okay, close. No, it's just capture. That's good. That'll work. I'll edit this and send it to you.
Okay, thank you. Ready? Let's roll. We got 9 minutes, dude. We're starting? Yeah. All right. We're already into our time. Mic's on?
Yeah. Nope.
Yep. All right.
Bird Bowl 2022. This is the 30th Bird Bowl right here in Harlingen, Texas. Bogus Stadium, Harlingen South, Harlingen High School Cardinals. In the house, Joe. Are we excited for this year or what?
Oh, I mean, we're all excited out here, ladies and gentlemen. We got a great crowd. I mean, it's still a little early, but I know the sisters are going to come. But, you know, every time Harlingen places Harlingen, it's going to be a great, great game. Weather's perfect. It's playing in our feather. It's not that hot, Aaron.
That's right.
So it's going to be a good, but yes, Bird Bowl 30. Here we go again. I mean, the season started. Everybody's excited. It's great to be here.
First game of the season, and we're excited to be here. Big picture, right? This year, first time ever, Harlingen High School 6A, Harlingen South 5A. So we got to get this game in the pre-district because district's already taken by both teams. And so we're excited to get this kicked off. And what a better way to do this than to get some former Bird Bowl players with us. We're going to bring up Adrian Cavazos. Come on and join us.
Here we go. Come on, guys.
All right, we're going to bring Adrian and Ricky Leal, and we've got two of the originals up here. And Adrian, what year did you play in your Bird Bowl?
I played in the first one, 1993, the very first Bird Bowl played.
What was your position, Adrian?
I played on the defensive side. I was defensive tackle.
Give me your favorite memory from that Bird Bowl.
Favorite memory, you know, it's really hard to, you know, there's so many. You know, this is what Friday Night Lights is about in the 956. And, you know, it's similar to this, you know, this setting. It was just electrifying. It was just a big old good atmosphere to play of, you know, community spirit.
All right, Ricky Leal, good to have you here. Give us when you played in the Bird Bowl.
I played in 1994, class of 95, Harlingen High School.
All right, and what was your position?
I played quarterback and wide receiver.
Give us your memory, your favorite memory of your Bird Bowl.
So this one is an easy one for me. We're talking about Bird Bowl 2. The score is 22-22. The fourth quarter's ticking down, and we have all-state kicker Nacho Salcedo came onto the field. I was the holder on a game-winning field goal attempt, put that puppy down, and he kicked it right down the middle of the uprights. I know a lot of Hawks don't agree with that, but he hit it right down the middle, and the Cardinals took it home.
All right. We're going to believe you, Ricky. That's real, right? Oh, man, what an exciting. So let me ask you this. I want a prediction for today. Can we get that?
Prediction, pain.
Whoa! He's got it.
Hey, 5 points if you get what movie that's from. How about Ricky?
So we're going to get a prediction from you, too, as well.
You're gonna get me in trouble. I don't know about picking a winner tonight. I think the Cardinals are going to be extremely tough to beat. But if anybody can do it, the Harlingen South Hawks can get it done. We'll see what happens.
All right, there you have it. Two Bird Bowl legends. Thank you all so much for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the night. Thanks for establishing this wonderful tradition here in Harlingen, Texas. We've got a trophy in front of us. Joe, check that out. This is going home with a winner tonight.
This will be going home tonight for the winner. This is actually just a brand new trophy created this year and year on out. So the winner of tonight's game will be able to take this, at least for a year, Aaron. At least he'll take it out of high school. But I think tonight the winner is going to be Harlingen. And then Harlingen wins tonight because the city of Harlingen is getting together, and it's going to be a heck of a night, I think.
Well, it's going to be an awesome opportunity for teams, for families, for students, for teachers, all of our band, our cheer, our dance, everybody that's here tonight representing their schools. This is what it's about in Harlingen, Texas. We're going to come together, we're going to compete for a few hours, but at the end, we're a community together, and that's what a Bird Bowl is out about. It's going to be a good one. Can I get a prediction tonight, Joe?
Yeah, like I said, I think the prediction today is going to be Harlingen that wins tonight. I'm not going to say which team, but Harlingen will win, unless we have a weird draw there. But no, the city's going to win. It's going to be great for both schools. You know, it's just going to be a great game. Like, you got a 6A team, you got a 5A team, but the rivalry's still here. Bird Bowl, regardless if you're 3-5, 2A, whatever, it's going to be a great game. That you can count on, Aaron. There's going to be a lot of emotions here tonight.
Well, hats off to Coach Gonzalez, Coach Gomez, all of our administrators, all the people who were able to make this game happen, especially with a shift in the district. It is going on tonight, and it is going to be exciting. Get your seat, be loud, stay late. It's going to be a great Bird Bowl.
It's going to be awesome. We thank everybody for coming out, and of course you can watch it on live stream as well.
Have a great night. Go Harlingen.
You know what?
Mic check. Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again for a night of high school football between the Cardinals and your Harlingen South Hawks. Can I have your attention to a scoreboard for tonight's Hawk starters?
Johnson O-line. Carlos Garcia, O-line. Henry Chavarria, O-line. Jared Vega, O-line. Ethan Garza, wide receiver. Isaiah Ledesma, wide receiver. Desmond Gano, wide receiver. Cesar Vergara, wide receiver. Trey Kirksey, athlete. Jacob Kano, receiver. Kevin Garcia, kicker. Carlos Montspas, running back. DT, no linebacker. Nathan Garcia, running back. David Sanchez, running back. Audis Wilson, quarterback. Dylan Anaya, quarterback. Mikey Gonzalez, DB. Eric Zamora, DB. Chris Martinez, DB. Carlos Cano, DB. Luis Orozco, DB. Joaquin Romero, DB. Giovanni Sierra, DB. Max Palacio, 33. Vino Villanueva, defensive end. Gilbert Ledma, defensive end. Sebastian Guerrero, defensive end. Tyson Tatum, defensive tackle. Achilles Moreno, outside linebacker and kicker. Nick Garcia, outside linebacker. Yu Garcia, middle linebacker. Caleb Benaya, middle linebacker. Andrew Lerner, middle linebacker.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention to the middle of the field for tonight's coin toss? Representing the Cardinals tonight, captains number 9, Isaiah Bell, number 23, Kian Torres, number 90, Pedro Silguero, and number 92, Rimsey Memick. For the Hawks, number 2, August Wilson, number 32, Caleb Anaya, number 35, Andrew Luna, and number 11, Jacob Cano. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention? With us tonight in our board coin toss and being led by HCISD Board of Trustee are Belinda Reininger. Also the board of Harlingen Area Educational Foundation. During the past year, the foundation has supported HCISD with over 50 scholarships and numerous innovative teaching grants. In total, they've awarded $200,000 to students and teachers in the past 2 years. Today, they present Commissioner Gus Reese and business owner Jacob Bogas as this year's Friends of Hague celebrities. They'll fundraise all year with the culmination of the Friends of Hague fundraising event in the spring. Good luck to this year's celebrities. HCISD board member Dr. Belinda Reininger will now do the coin toss.
The Colonels have won the toss. The Colonels defer to the second half. the Colonels will receive at this side of the end. Good luck, gentlemen. The Hawks, the Hawks. Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, this just in, Jacob Bogus is a Hawk graduate and Gus Reese a graduate from Cardinal campus. Ladies and gentlemen, let the battle begin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing your South Hawk cheerleaders. First year varsity, Dakota Tiffin. First year varsity, Mia Matamoros. First year varsity, Ariana Villarreal. First year varsity, NCAA All-American, Sharon Cuellar. First year varsity, Jocelyn Cruz. First year varsity, Ileana Maldonado. First year varsity, Gigi Garza. First year varsity, Annette Garcia. First year varsity, Kaylin Salceda. First year varsity, Diane Bella. Second year varsity, Alyssa Castillo. Second year varsity, Valeria Limas. Second year varsity, Amber Lynn Flores.
Hey, tell your dad to call me.
Third year varsity, Riley Greer. Second year varsity, NCAA All-American, Savannah Gonzalez. Second year varsity, UCA All-American, Ciara Heap. Second year varsity, Emerson Williams.
Estamos 2 weeks in.
Third year varsity, NCAA All-American, Liberty Tiffin.
Don't even bother with the switch. I have it muted here.
They're ready to go.
They're ready to go.
Third year varsity, Abigail Aguirre.
Play the alma mater. When we play it, we sing with them.
Okay.
Second year varsity, Lauren
So we're saying alma mater, then Star Spangled Banner. Okay.
I'll have it on.
I think gotta go reverb.
First year varsity, Paige Montemayor.
Just don't name it too much like that. Try to be.
We're gonna get them as close as possible.
Yeah, as close as possible. And kind of.
First year varsity, Michaela Martinez. Third year varsity and cheerleader of the week, Cassandra Salazar. First year varsity, Amanda Garcia. Third year varsity, your 2022-2023 varsity co-captain, Ileana Flores. And third year varsity, NCAA All-American, your 2022-2023 varsity captain, Emma Castillo.
Poetic. Hi.
Ours is coming in from
To
that side. So when
we
we
like
arrive,
to
it
introduce
might be fraction of a second off,
ourselves
because
to
they're opposite ends.
you
But when you kind of see both of them there,
with an
this one over here says
E-L-L-O.
so just kind of watch both of them.
Hello. The Southhawks say hello.
I can see the only woman up there.
Come on, girls, you got it!
Don't make any signs. Don't point. I was just gonna scratch my neck. Is that okay? Okay, maybe not like glasses. I got them today. Yeah, then I'm right.
Hit it!
No, if I wanted to, I would.
Everybody yell 2 bigs, 2 bigs, 4 bigs, 4 bigs. Hey, 6 bigs. For the Southhawks, stand up and holler.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to show the spirit of sportsmanship and camaraderie, it is tradition for the hosting school to welcome the visiting school.
Good evening, football fans. On behalf of the Harlingen High School South administration, staff, students, and student council, we would like to welcome the Harlingen High School Cardinals to Bogus Stadium. Your officers for the 2022-2023 school year are President Alec Araguz, Treasurer Anissa Sanchez, Historian Calesta Rocha, and Parliamentarian Allery Garcia. May tonight's game be played with good sportsmanship and to every player's ability. We pray that every player is left without injury.
What I need you to do
A
is the
special
outside
thanks goes
people
out to
curve
every
in
person
more.
who made this game possible.
Outside people curve
The
in
best
more.
of luck to both teams.
Yes, more.
Have a safe trip
Outside
home,
come in.
and may the best team win. Go
Everyone
Hawks!
take one step forward.
I feel so close.
And now with our response, ladies and gentlemen, we have Student Council President Isabella Garcia.
Thank you, Cardinals South High School, for that warm welcome. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Isabella Garcia, President of the Harlingen High School Student Council. Tonight's game highlights the many hours of hard work and discipline of all students, coaches, and sponsors. However, these efforts would not be possible without the dedication and support of the administration, the faculty and staff, and most importantly, the fans in the stands. We know that no matter what happens tonight, we'll be proud of our boys. As we enjoy tonight's game, let's keep our military servicemen and women who continue to work diligently to ensure our freedom remains steadfast in our thoughts and in our prayers. Let's have a great game, and remember, Cardinal spirit never dies. Go Cardinals!
No, that's
Hi. Say hi to the camera.
Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, the school alma mater song shows a sense of pride. The songs are carried from present, past, and future alumni. Now we ask you to please rise for the playing of this time-honored school song.
See the purple and the sea of orange green?
Come toward the middle. Come toward the middle and hush.
The Harlingen alma mater will be played by the Big Red Cardinal Band. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Harlingen High School South alma mater will be conducted by your Mighty Hot Band. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please remain standing for a presentation of colors.
From Harlingen High School. Please draw your attention to both Harlingen High and Harlingen South Junior ROTC Joint Garrison Flag under the command of Army Cadet Captain Naif Romero and Air Force Cadet Staff Sergeant Nico Herrera. The color guard details on the command of Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Alexis Sefna and the Cadet Captain Nieto.
Tonight, let us remember our family, citizens, and our former classmates whom duty has called. Remember their sacrifice, dedication, and love of country. Tonight, the Harlingen High School Choir, under the direction of Mr. Jesus Morales, Ms. Silva Flores, and Mr. Henry Tharp, will sing our national anthem.
Please remove your hats and remain silent until the choir has finished singing. Veterans, it is appropriate to render a military salute. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the rising and the center field display of the colors and the singing of our national anthem.
And may the best team win!
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the bannerless fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Mic test. Test, 1, 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's officials are Field Judge Jaime Solis, Side Judge Andres Solis, Back Judge John Paul Garcia, Line Judge Frank Garcia, Headline Judge Romeo Garcia, Umpire Fernie de la Garza Jr., and your referee Fernando de la Garza Sr.
And it's football time 2022. Joe Martinez, Aaron Saenz here in the booth at Bogus Stadium, here with Real Sports Live, HCISD, and we're excited to kick off another football season, Joe. Man, I've been waiting for this for several months, and it is here, and we're kicking it off this week with Bird Bowl.
Well, Aaron, it's great to be here again. I mean, like you said, it's fantastic. The weather seems great. It doesn't seem so hot and humid. Here comes the Huntington South Hawks coming out. But yes, our first game is going to actually be Bird Bowl here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're asking why Bird Bowl is happening so early, well, it's a lot of redistricting have been done, and Harlingen is now a 6A squad, and Harlingen South is now 5A. So they're no longer in the same district, so they've got to be playing on a non-district game, and I guess they decided to do it on game one.
Game one, and I know.
Let's do it, right?
Yeah, and I know both coaches, kind of came together and talked about how it was so important for them to get this game on the schedule, regardless of whether it meant that they're going to play one pre-district or 5. It didn't matter. They wanted to make sure this game got on the schedule. For those of y'all watching and or listening from wherever it is that you are, understanding that this year, for the first time in many years, I don't know if ever, Joe, I need to check that, but Harlingen High School Cardinals is a 6A football team classification, and Harlingen South is 5A, and that is broken up by attendance, correct, Joe? And so South has moved down one. They will play in different districts, which means that we'll get different games here at Bogus. That's going to be exciting this year. But they are different classifications for the first time, and we're excited to bring this game to you in the first week of the football season here in 2022.
It's going to be a great one. Like you said, Aaron, you're mentioning South coming in from a 6A district champion.
Yes. That's right.
Now they're gotten. They were the champions last year on District 6A. So now they're moving down to 5A, and moving down to 5A, there's a lot of new teams that they're going to be facing, like PSGA, some of the Edinburgh squads that came down. Harlingen will also see a little bit schedule, not too much. Of course, the Battle Royal, everybody's still in there. Harlingen South will not get to play San Benito this year, though.
That's true.
So it's just going to be one Harlingen team against the San Benito Greyhounds. But nonetheless, Aaron, it's a beautiful. It feels like fall weather almost.
It wasn't for that 110% humidity, but I think it was in the 80s when I was coming up to the stadium. And so for those of y'all watching live, you're getting a live look here at the Harlingen South. They are the home team tonight. They will be receiving the opening kickoff as the Harlingen Cardinals will go on defense first. That defense is returning a lot of starters, Joe. They got some strength coming. And we know that they are always a perennial defensive team, and they're going to be able to show that here tonight.
They always, Aaron. I think this is what Manny Gomez's first they established their defense. And then they go for the offense, and here we go. We're underway, ladies and gentlemen.
Fair catch called here by number 3, Mikey Gonzalez, and the South Hawks will get started here with pretty good field position to get us going. We'll check on that Harlingen High School defense and the offense for Harlingen South this year. We'll get into this as we go along, but revamp, Joe. Lots of new people coming because they lost a lot of strong seniors last year.
Absolutely, Aaron. Like you said, last year, Harlingen South went 10-0 in the district.
That's right.
And a 6A district, higher district. But they lost a lot of their starters. After the 22 starters, I believe 18, 19 they were gone. So this is a rebuilding. I wouldn't want to say rebuilding. Let's rephrase that. Just a regrouping kind of year. But these kids are been playing for a long time, so they should be able to step up.
August Wilson. He is in the backfield, first time calling his name, and he's going to get a shot here. Handoff, number 1 on the outside. That's Moss Boss, and he breaks a tackle. Outgained about 4 yards, and he goes down strong.
Well, Moss Boss usually does not run around the left-hand side on that situation. He ran about 3 or 4 yards. We've always been accustomed to seeing Moss Boss just kind of just hit the gut
the middle.
The middle. Maybe he looks like he's a little faster, Aaron, and was able to get to that left-hand side and pick up a couple of yards. But one of the things about Moss Boss, though, as we saw it last year, and we've been seeing this, is that he's not afraid to get hit, and he'll put his head down. Not. So, let's look out for some collisions here tonight.
And if he breaks away, he can run it all the way. Second down coming up for the Hawks, 7 to go. And number 2, August Wilson, who waits for the snap, gets it. Moss Boss, inside tackle, gets a few more. And I think they're marking now a gain of about 2 yards and going back to his bread and butter there.
Yeah, they kind of ran him right between the tackles right there, and he was able to kind of zigzag around. Was able to get about 2 yards, but still you see the impact that he does. He doesn't go down usually on the first hit or at first contact. His yards after hit or whatever, I think it's got to be pretty impressive. But it took, Harlingen has actually been looking like they know that they're going to run the ball because they're swarming on him really quickly, though. So they're keen out on number 1 for sure. Carlos Mas for sure.
Third down. Let's see if this is going to be a passing situation. South Hawks, not sure they're going to really go to the air too much. We'll find out here. Linebacker creeping up. He's going to back off now. Here we go. Wilson, handoff, right-hand side. Number 7 on the carry. Looks like a little face mask, but he looks like he's going to get enough for a first down. That's Isaiah Ledesma.
Well, Ledesma had a good run around side. It looks like Harlingen was going to get him be behind the first down marker, but was able to push forward and get that extra yard or two to get to move down the markers and move the chains down. Excellent run. I think this is a good start for Harlingen South to go ahead and, you don't want to get out in 3 and 3-0 and punt on your 4th play. So good job on their part. Good job on the offense as well.
And they keep the chains moving. Number 2, August Wilson. We know he can run too. I was talking to you. I saw him on the track, and he has got some wheels as well if he gets a chance. Watch this cornerback here on the outside looking to blitz. He's going to back off. He's going to hand it up the middle. That is Moss Boss again. And number 2, August Wilson, like I said, will we see him run? Keep it. That time option. He goes to his running back again.
He went down to the Moss Boss again. This time it was probably a minimal gain, about 1 yard. I think the Harlingen defense right now, I'm seeing a lot of the defensive guys are swarming in and looking at for Moss Boss and swarming him and keeping him down as a minimal game. I think he got 2 yards, but so far we've seen some good running. Right now we have not seen the arm of August Wilson.
Not yet.
And let's see if he's going to he's going to be that running type of quarterback, or is he going to be that passing type? Time will tell.
Watch number 92, Ramsey Memick. He's in the middle of that Cardinal defense, and he is a strong one, and he's kind of anchoring that defensive line. Here we go, the pass on the outside, and good hookup there to number 11. That's Jacob Cano. Jacob Cano's a name that we called quite a bit last year. We know if he gets out in space, he can get away for some players here, but this time it'll be a short gain, 3rd down coming up.
That's a 3rd down coming up, and yeah, you're right, Aaron. There's no doubt about it. If he can get in or do a fake and get downfield, he's very elusive and very I remember him last year. There was a couple of times that he didn't get a lot of whole playing time because they had a lot of great receivers last year. So this is his time to step up and shine this year.
Wondering this Ledesma, right? I was thinking Isaiah number 7 is related. I remember last year we called Ledesma quite a bit. If you out there know, you can chime in there in the comment box. 3rd down coming up for the South Hawks, 6 yards to go. Ball on the 40, and this is going to be a bad snap. I don't know if August is ready for that one.
He was.
Oh, here we go. Timeout before the snap.
The Hawks called timeout.
So it'll be dead ball, and that's going to be to their benefit there, Joe. Because if he would have lost that one, that would have been really bad early on in this ball game. And this game's going to be all about momentum, Joe.
It's all about momentum. And right now, I noticed that he was looking to the coaches right now for a play or something, Aaron. And the center went ahead and just struck the ball down. And it's a good thing they called a timeout because this could have been devastating. And it looked like Harlingen had recovered if the play would have proceeded. But like I said, they were able to get that timeout because he had no idea what the ball even passed him.
No, August Wilson was looking over to the side. August Wilson did not play, as far as I know, and if he did, we didn't call his name last year, so I know that he's just coming up. He is a senior, however, and last year, of course, really good team, and we can talk about that all night long. 10-0, South Hawks. We felt like, man, South is back on the map. Coach Gonzalez did an amazing job last year, but really, in this offseason, they lost a lot of players, especially on that offensive side of the ball, and so they're missing some of those strong players from last year, but this is the time for them to step up, and August Wilson's got a chance here to do something, and the senior quarterback, he's going to be glad to have that one back. Let's put it to you that way.
Yeah, he definitely is. But one of the things that you were talking about, Eric, and you made a lot of great points, is that, but one thing they did bring back was Moss Boss, and that was a key to their running game last year. And let's see if we can develop that same kind of season. If they can. If that offensive line can hold up and be strong, they're going to be tough.
I totally agree with you on that one. 3rd down now. Moss Boss going to have another chance. Sends a man in motion. That's Dylan Anaya. And I think he works in at quarterback as well. Oh, look at that nice pass. Connection. Just doing enough to get it downfield. I think that's number 18. Am I correct there, Joe?
It looks like it's number 18 right there. And that and he had a good little slant route and was able to that was Seth
Vergara. That's Seth, yeah.
Yeah, Seth Vergara of number 18 for the Harlingen South Hawks with a nice play. And also, Aaron, get another moving the chains. Catching Harlingen's defense a little off guard there. I think they were anticipating run, and they got a pass.
And they're not doing anything flashy. This is just really old school ball. Run the ball. Toss it when you have to. 1st down at the 46-yard line. They are in Cardinal territory. Looks downfield. August lets this one fly in and out of the hands of Seth Vergara, and that's going to be incomplete pass. Watch out for number 17 on that corner, though. That's Albert Vasquez. He had 8 interceptions last year, and I know that he's going to bring the heat again this year.
Yeah, you're going to have to watch out with him because he did have 8. That's impressive.
Very.
For high school, only has like 10 games,
Yes.
and he had 8 interceptions. So you've got to watch out for him, and you it's going to be difficult for somebody just to be throwing in his side.
Yes.
Because eventually he's going to come and get one.
And he was right around that tip ball, so watch out for number 17, Albert Vasquez, newcomer of the year last year, and he's already a preseason, early season all-district pick. Here we go. August Wilson, man in motion now, sends him out to the outside. He's going to keep this one. We'll get a chance to see his speed or not. Great closing speed by the Cardinal defensive line, and that is Ramsey Memick, number 92.
Yeah, Ramsey Memick, 92, was able to come in and keep Dan from about a 1-yard loss, I believe, Aaron, and was able to kind of track him down, and that was kind of impressive by number 92. Ramsey Memick to come down and I guess I consider it a quarterback sack if you get the quarterback behind the line.
Behind the line. I mean, he had an intent to run, right? He got outside the pocket, but that is a tackle for a loss. TFL either way for Ramsey Memick. And, he's kind of creeped up every year, gone stronger and stronger. And I think that they're looking to him to really be the base, that strong rock of that defense. 3rd down and 12 coming up for the Hawks now. Wilson wants to pass in and out of the hands of number 9, David Sanchez. Incomplete pass. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. And he got a little bit of pressure from the front 4 coming in and, at the game here and was able to throw the pass. And Harlingen's now going to get their first stop. And now we're going to see the first punt of the ball game, ladies and gentlemen, from the Harlingen South Hawks. So now we're going to get to see their defense, Aaron, and see Harlingen's offense as well.
And, I know if you're a South Hawk fan, you really wanted to see that go down and get some points on the board because and you're going to see, we're going to talk about it here in a second as we switch sides. If we do a timeout here, Cardinals side, they're going to get ready just in case it's Bird Bowl. You may want to pull out a little trick from the hat early on. But, it's Harlingen Cardinal offense. Strengths, Joe, they run the ball and they run it hard.
And Aaron, it just is surprising. We're still in the 4th quarter with 6:57 left to play, and it looks like this time it was the Harlingen that the Cardinals called a timeout.
Called it, yeah.
I was thinking it was South, and I was like, man, that's already their 2nd timeout. Timeouts is it is very important towards the end of the game if you want that last possession. But so far we've had 2 timeouts, a couple of first downs for South Hawk. To recap the game here, was able to move the chains twice, but right now they're going to punt. Harlingen should be receiving the ball pretty deep in the territory, unless we have a great run back or so. And maybe that's what they're discussing, Aaron, because right now, to call a timeout during a special team break is kind of rare.
Aiden the Sandman Sandoval, number 2. He's back there to return. This guy can run, Joe. And so, maybe they want to make sure and get the blocking set up for him. Maybe they want to make sure there's not a trick play going on. Whatever the case may be, if number 2, Aiden, gets it in his hands, he's got potential to break a big one. So here you go. Special teams going to be very important here in this first game as they're trying to get things going. And here we go. Good snap. Nice looking punt. And Aiden Sandoval is around it, but looks like he's going to stay. No, he's going to pick it up at the end. Look at him. And he makes a move. He wants to get that football.
He wanted to touch the football absolutely no matter what, so he was able to get a couple of yards. That was a good punt by Harlingen South because he had it pretty deep up on top and was able to get a lot of the special teams guys down there to prevent Aiden Sandoval from becoming dangerous and running the ball because we know what he can do, like you said, Aaron. But so now, now we're going to get to see the Harlingen Cardinals here. They're going to have the ball right about the 12-yard line, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll get a chance to see the offense. Aaron, the offensive line look a little beefy.
They are.
A little beefier than what they were last year. So let's see what the running game holds here.
And they have Isaiah Bell in the backfield, who is a big, strong back, and he's going to get a chance here to show what he has in his senior year campaign. Man in motion now. I'll get you a number here for quarterback here in a second. Keeper up the middle. He's going to just get right behind that big offensive line, get a push, and get some yards to get started.
Yeah, that was number 5, Randy Morales, the quarterback of the Harlingen Cardinals. Aaron, he's testing the O-line right away. He's like, hey, guys, let's see what we can do. So they've got a running quarterback as well. Looks like the first play of the game here for the Harlingen Cardinals.
Now, if I'm understanding correctly, I think Cardinals have another quarterback that we may see later, but right now it's going to be him at the helm. Handoff, end around, number 23. Look at that speed, gets to the outside, and here he goes. That is Kian Torres. You've talked about him a lot, Joe. You really like this young man, and look at him bust a big one early in this game.
Well, we talked about it, Aaron, the speed that he has. You know, I always felt that the Harlingen Cardinals have the smash mouth down the middle runner and the outside edge runner, and they're Kian Torres. I believe that's a new number. He's kind of threw me off.
Yes. I had to look it up.
Yeah, he was number 19 last year, so he's now number 23.
I think the last 2 years, Joe.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So great start for him. You know, these are his senior years here. So he's making an impact here early here in Harlingen.
First down, they move the ball all the way to the 43-yard line on the legs of Kian Torres, and he gets a good start. Isaiah Bell, nope, quarterback keeps it. He fumbles the ball. Looks like he recovers it barely as the green jerseys swarmed around him.
Yeah, that play got busted up from the very get-go, Aaron, and that really cost him because that's going to be about a 5 to 6 yard loss. It's going to come down to a sack here, but it looks like they were trying to get the ball again to Kian Torres. It looks like they were going to do a screen to him because he was actually lining up as a receiver, and he's also lining up as a receiver here again. So I think they're going to use him in a lot of different ways this coming year.
Get the ball in his hands and watch him run. Here we go, second down. Waits for the snap, looks to pass downfield's got a receiver open. That's Paul Price on the outside, just out of his hands. He had a step or two on the defender there, and Paul Price, he was hurt last year, and he played defense more, if you remember, Joe. But now he's on the offensive side of the ball, and we know that he has some speed.
And he ran pretty much a straight route and had one or two steps in front of him. The ball was just a little overthrown, but if that was hitting them on the numbers, that was 6 points, Aaron, right there. So Harlingen right now showing a little adversity. They're showing that they can throw the ball early, and they're showing they can run the ball right now. But they've got a tough situation right now with a third and about 15, 16 to go.
And one of the big question marks for me every year for the Cardinals is, can they throw the ball? They can usually run it. They got a great defense. They're going to look into that. And here we go. Answer to this question, downfield, and that is overthrown. They're going to want a flag on that one, but it was uncatchable. Just too much on that one.
There was some contact, Aaron, but I think the referees let that one go exactly what you said because it was, thrown about 4 or 5 yards. So maybe this is jitters, maybe it's not, but right now the quarterback seems to not be in tune with the receivers right now. That was intended for Kian Torres, who's running a straight flat down to a curl flat down the middle, which we don't see much in high school football. I'm kind of seeing that. We've seen different routes now. But Harlingen actually going out and, punting the ball now. So both teams have had their chances there, and right now South is going to get the ball back.
For me, the key to the Cardinals' offense is going to be really getting Isaiah Bell going. He really didn't have a chance that first drive there, Joe, and so they're going to want to get back to that. South, though, able to breathe a sigh of relief. Great punt, by the way. I think that's that punt on the special teams. Punters don't usually get enough credit, but pinning them down there on the 12-yard line really made that Cardinal offense work, and I think that is a big reason why South gets the ball back right here.
Absolutely, and South is going to get the ball pretty good at about the 27, 29-yard line. And showing. So are we going to see a little different on the offense right now? I like what both coaches have done. They both opened up some passing, and they both opened up some run, and it looks a little bit balanced on both sides. So keep watching. It's maybe an exciting game here, and so far it's been a good defensive game.
I've got a prediction in the back of my head. I really haven't let it out too much, Joe, but right now it may be changing my mind. So let's see what we're going to do here. First down and 10. With 5:14 remaining in the first quarter, and there's going to be movement on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we saw the Harlingen Cardinals shifted, and it made I believe it's number 75 for the South Hawks, Jared Vega. I think he was the one that moved.
Yeah, I was looking at Jared Vega before in pregame.
On the offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Wow, the refs didn't really call out the name, which is kind of good.
He's a tall kid, he's
got size.
He's going to be filling out here in the next 2 years, junior. But, that tackle position, he's going to be quick on the outside. And, the South offensive line has impressed me so far to get this game started because the Cardinal defense is tough. And here we go. Second down. First and 15. They did not lose it down on that one. August pump fakes downfield. Great coverage on the outside. And that ball is perfectly placed, by the way. It's just great coverage there by the defensive back, number 21.
That was a excellent coverage played right now, and that was number 21, Christopher Rodriguez on the coverage, and he was able to turn around at the right time, Aaron, and that was a key factor right there. He had his back turned around, able to turn around, as you can see, and was able to put his hands up and kind of tip the ball there. So good coverage there by Christopher, number 21 for the Harlingen Cardinals. Now we got a second down.
Second down and 15. And just great job there. I like to see this going in the air, though. Both teams so far. August Wilson, and man, that was a great pass by August Wilson. Just great coverage. Second down coming up now. Wilson in the shotgun formation. Looks downfield. Passes. Got a receiver. A little bit of hands there, but I think that's an uncatchable as well. A little bit over him.
Yeah, there was a little contact there made by number 17 for the Cardinals, Albert Vasquez, but I think the coaches are talking to him like, hey, you got to be a little careful there. I think the refs right now. I think the refs are letting them play.
I like that, by the way.
I like when they let them. Exactly, I like that they're letting them play. And right now the refs are not throwing the flag because they're seeing that the ball is really not catching.
Yes, that's fine.
And I think that's the right call to do. I mean, unless it was an obvious hold or something like that. But good job on the referees. They never get also credit enough.
No, they don't.
When they call a good game.
And, the benefit of coming here to Bird Bowl, you're going to get a really good crew. And so far, so good. Third down and 15. And timeout South. They'll burn their second one, Joe, here in the first quarter with a 5:04 remaining. Yeah. And like you said earlier, the importance of having those timeouts late in the halves. And the Hawks are gone twice. And let me just, what I'm feeling right now, I think they're feeling like we cannot let Cardinals get on the board, and so what can we do here on this third down to try to get that first down, because it's important. I think once Cardinals get on the board, it's going to be harder to stop.
Yeah, and I think you're right, and I think they want to keep the ball as long, try to wear down that defense, because if one team starts switching momentum, and one team is going to start tiring the other team out, the offense is always wins. The defense is the one that always gets tired. So, and I think right now that's what they're trying to, South is trying to at least trying to get that defense out there and hold them there. But Aaron, you made a good point there with the timeouts. This is South second timeout. They were going to get a delay of game.
Okay, that's what it was.
And that's what it was. And I think they were down to 1 or 2 seconds. And Israel there decided to go ahead and call the timeout and pursue instead of 3rd and 15 on 3rd and 20. He decided to go with the 3rd and 15.
Yeah, and it makes a lot of sense right there. And Coach Gonzalez, by the way, has done an amazing job here, second year at the helm for South Hawks, and he makes a lot of good decisions. Here we go, third down, 15. We do have a little mix match here on the outside, lower on your screen with the receivers. Let's see if August goes that way. He doesn't. He goes up to the top this time, number 9. And he gains about 6 yards, but that's not going to be enough. David Sanchez on the reception. Fourth down and about 7 or 8 coming up.
On the catch, number 9.
Yeah, that was number 9, David Sanchez on the reception. But you know what? I like the play calling other than the penalty that kind of hurt him on this drive. But I like that they're mixing things up. Usually, we see a lot of passing, we see a lot of running. Right now, we're seeing about almost pretty balanced in both sides of the team actually. So something new, I guess, because it's usually just run, pound the ball with a couple of passes here or short passes. Yeah. So far we've seen a good pass, and South is going to be here punting again for the second time.
And let me tell you, that's been kind of the stop when they've gotten to the playoffs the last few years. Either team, right, is the lack of passing game, Joe, and the lack of balance on offense. And so I think both teams, I like that they're going to the air early here in the season because it's showing that they want to, and they understand that you got to be a multifaceted offense. You have to have multiple options in order to be successful in the playoffs.
Absolutely, I totally agree. You may win district, but when you start going into the other games and starting to play other teams that are better and just as stronger, so you need a balanced attack on offense, and I think we're seeing that's early. They're trying to both teams. It looks like they're trying to establish it for their districts.
Yes,
because remember we're not in the same district anymore.
No,
we got a 5A and 6A squads facing off today, but we like what we see so far on the balance attack.
Well, and these players here, they've both of them have come up in a 6A system and a 6A district, and so at least this year, I don't think they're going to feel it as much. That there's a lot of difference on the field. They're both playing like they're 6A, and so I think that's important to mention, and I'm proud so far to see the effort on both sides of the ball. First down and 10 now for the Cardinals. Isaiah Bell in that backfield. Will he get it early, and will he start to get some momentum? He'll get a shot right here inside the tackle, but great job there by the Hawk defense getting in the backfield and a tackle for loss.
Oh, yeah, they had a good penetration down the defensive line. And the Harlingen offensive line did not held up on that one and was able to get about a 1 or 2, 3 yard loss. But I've noticed something, and I wanted to say this earlier. I looked at the quarterback for Harlingen, Randy Morales. You haven't seen, especially in the high school level, a quarterback under the center like he's been doing the last time. Yep. I've noticed that. I thought maybe it just happened once, but it's happened about 4 or 5 times. And I think with that is they're letting either Kean Torres and or trying him to establish the speed already on that.
Maybe that's interesting. I'm glad you pointed that out here. And here he goes under center again. Here's that end around to Kean Torres. And look at this. The Hawk defense is swarming, Joe. They're getting right through that offensive line, getting in the backfield. And so this little space that they're creating right for the running backs, which I agree, it's working to the South's benefit right now.
Right now it is actually working to their benefits. And it's not it's supposed to be working out that way. But they've had 2 big losses right now. And they've had losses for about 3 or 4 and another for about 3 or 4. So I think it's going to make it third and about 18 or 19, maybe possibly even 20. Actually 21 as the scoreboard says now. So it's going to be third and 21. And it's not a penalty, ladies and gentlemen. Two losses on run. Great job on the South Hawks defense.
They are getting penetration through the line of scrimmage. Here we go. Pass time. Goes to there. Look at this wide open receiver down the outside. And I don't know if he caught that. They're going to say he caught it or not. Waiting for the official.
No, it didn't look like he caught it. I think there was a little bit of contact, and I think Harlingen wanted. But I think they're letting them play here.
Hey, they are. Aiden Cavazos, though, had a shot there, Joe. He was there. He had to slow down for the football, and that hurt.
Yeah, and I think that's where the contact was, that he slowed down a little bit and then was able to. But nevertheless, though, you're right. First we've seen a couple of overthrows. Now we've seen an underthrow. I think it's just game one jitters, and I think both quarterbacks will kind of settle down maybe in the second quarter and start hitting their targets. I think once they get that 1 or 2 passes complete, they'll start feeling a little bit better.
All right, punt time again. And this is going to be a nice-looking punt. Stay away from it, says number 11.
Ooh, that's going to take a good bounce for the Harlingen Cardinals.
Wow. I mean, if we go back and pace that one off, that is a very long punt.
That's actually going to be about 50 yards, 52 yards, actually, if my math is correct.
If you would have asked me, before the game, how big was the special teams be in this game, I would not have guessed this big. So far, right, it's like it's been a field position game and all defense.
All defense. Right now, coming in the first quarter with 2:23 left to play, if you would have told me, 30, 40 minutes ago and saying, we're going to have so far 2 possessions, 0-0, I would have said, no, you're crazy. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, we've had both teams with 2 possessions, and we've had both teams punting. Outstanding job right now on both defenses. Give a little defensive held up for the Harlingen Cardinals and the Harlingen South Hawks.
All right, first down and 10, August Wilson. In the backfield, pistol formation this time. That's where the running back is lined up behind the quarterback. He is not under center, like the Cardinals have been going. And here we go. Take the snap. Handoff. Moss Boss outside, trying to get that edge. Stiff arm. A great job there by number 54, the Cardinals, staying on him still to this moment. And he would not let go.
And he's still not getting down, Aaron, either.
Wow.
No, Moss Boss did not want to go down, and that was Anthony De Leon for the Harlingen Cardinals, I believe.
Yeah, you got to call his name out. He had effort on that one.
He put a lot of effort, and he actually ran him down. As Moss Boss was trying to go around the right side, he was able to pursue him and actually take about a 5-yard loss. And that's what you want to see on your defense is a 5-yard loss, and then so you got instead of you got 2nd and 15 to go or somewhere around there.
Yep.
But a good job on the Harlingen Cardinal defense, and good job there by Anthony De Leon, number 54, to swarm over there and get a tough guy down. Definitely.
Moss Boss trying to get those wheels going early on, right? And both defensive lines in linebacker core have really been able to meet the running backs at the line of scrimmage, Joe, and then even in the backfield. And so now this becomes a battle of the trenches. Who's going to outlast who? Offensive line versus defensive line. And right now, defensive lines on both sides are winning.
44
absolutely, Aaron. I totally agree. And
first and
both
10.
defenses are playing tough, and you're starting to see, a lot of losses, and we've got a penalty maybe going on here.
It's going to go against the Cardinals.
It looks like it because they're moving downfield, and that's, it looks like it over here. Maybe there was maybe there's unsportsmanlike conduct or something.
Late unsportsmanlike conduct going on.
Yeah, because there was a lot of, after the whistle, we couldn't hear it, so, we can't really see anything. But referee's chomping down about 10 yards there, and it's going to be an automatic. 15 yards, actually, from the spot of the foul.
And South's going to really have to take advantage of this right now, right, and take these yards that they're getting and make something happen. Here we go. August Wilson in the backfield, and they're going to swap out the running backs here, give Moss Boss maybe a little break, and hand off up the middle, and he will be met right away. Again, the line of scrimmage, the defensive line, both sides of the ball right now is winning the battle.
Yeah, exactly. You're absolutely right, Aaron. And on both sides of the ball, like you said, the Harlingen Cardinal defensive line has really been swarming. Same thing, you got to give credit for South's defense. You've seen a lot of running plays go down for negative plays, and give credit to both defenses, because right now both defenses have shown up to play, and the offense is not so much yet. Not so much yet, yeah.
And remember, it's still early, though.
Yeah,
it's still early in the season. They've only really been practicing for a few weeks, Joe. I mean, this is a week 0 game, okay? And so, a lot of these, they have not opened up the full playbook yet. So they're doing as much as they can to win the game, but really they're just scratching the surface. So we're going to see an early model of what they're going to be running later. August Wilson there on the carry, and he shows some grit there. Look at him spinning forward for a nice gain.
Yeah, and he's able to get about
carry number 2.
It'll be about 8 yards. It's going to be about third and about 1. And you're absolutely right, Aaron. These running backs and these quarterbacks that can run poses a lot of threat to the defense, because you don't know if he's going to hand off. You don't know if he's going to run, and does a fake on the inside and ends up taking it on the right side. And it looks like they gave him first down. Yeah, it looks like the first down.
Well, Moss Boss on that last run, August on this one. It seems like the Hawks are playing with a grit, right? They're playing with that extra intensity. Maybe they realize maybe we're physically outmatched a little bit, right? But we're going to fight with spirit, with our character, and that's what they're bringing so far, and that's what makes this game so awesome, right? Is all the intangible. Oh, beautiful pass, number 9, David Sanchez, and it just floats right over that defender. Joe drops it in, and Sanchez takes it for a first down and more.
Oh, he was wide open, but you said, Aaron, it could have been tipped, it could have been even dropped down, but David Sanchez makes the grab and gets into Harlingen Cardinal territory, should I say? And right now, this is the first time we've seen either team in the opposite on the other side territory. So right now, this is getting exciting. Maybe we're starting to see a little offense. And
I like
Aaron,
it.
And I think right now the South Hawk fans are pretty pleased with what they're seeing right now.
They're on their feet here. I know you can't see them; they're off camera, but they're excited, and it's just good to see this stadium filled with fans. It's awesome. 1st and 10 now for the Hawks. They are in Cardinal territory for the second time this evening. Handoff. There he goes. Moss Boss. Flag on the play, though. Watch it. But look at him just fighting for yardage. And I like that grit determination, but there is a flag on the play.
Yeah, usually when the side guy calls it, it's going to be holding or maybe even offsides. I couldn't see.
That's true.
But if it's against Harlingen, I think the Hawks are just going to decline it and get those 10 yards. Because that was a great run by Moss Boss right there.
Back.
It's coming back. It's going to be against South.
But what a run, though. I mean,
that was a great run.
Illegal formation
on
the offense.
Yes.
Number 53.
A lot of people
5-yard penalty.
Watching at home,
first
folks,
down.
A lot of people didn't know what to expect from Harlingen South.
Right.
Coming back from winning
Me
district,
included.
and they were. It was just one of those things that they lost a lot of great players. But right now, I have to say I am very, very happy with the way they're playing right now. I'm actually I did not expect to be handling the game the way they are. I'm going to have to say that. And then, so good job on their part, and good job on the coaching staff. That says a lot.
Coach Gonzalez, to me, is a class act, and I just feel like South has been working very quietly this year, right? Not a lot of exposure, not a lot of talk, right? And they're just doing it here on the field right now. This time, August Wilson's going to get rushed in the backfield. He will be taken down. That's number 31 on the QB sack.
That's number 31 again there, right there, and that will be his first sack, and that will be Sterling Tomlin. And he was able to get in there and it looked like Austin was going to be able to try to escape from him, but he got his arm and was able to get him down. Again, the defense is playing right now, and Harlingen South has got a 2nd and 20 plus 25 maybe to go. But good job right now, Aaron. When we start talk about
that's the end of the first quarter.
Changing up, and then the defense come back and make great plays right now. And that's the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, what a first quarter. I know we're going to throw it down here to the sideline here. I know we have a couple of our therapy dogs here in the house tonight at Boga Stadium, and they've been favorites so far of Harlingen CISD, and so you see them there on the camera and doing great work here at our district. So
absolutely,
some big hearts there with 4 legs. Those little guys.
Look at them. They're here at Bird Bowl.
They're VIPs here. It's like Bird Bowl football game, but all eyes are right there on those two pups.
On those two pups, yeah.
Hey, what a great first quarter we've had here. Thanks for joining us. It's been an awesome opportunity to come back here at the beginning of the season and to start off with such a great first quarter of Bird Bowl. This is the 30th Bird Bowl, Joe.
Number 30, and right now we're off to a great start, Aaron. Right now, if you would have said earlier, If the first quarter would have been 0-0, I said, nah, no way.
I agree with you.
And right now we've got a defensive game, ladies and gentlemen. First quarter, here we go with the first play of the first quarter, Harlingen South with the ball.
I hope you're enjoying it, tuned in from wherever it is that you are. Comment down below where you're at. All right, August Wilson. Again, that's Ramsey Memick in the backfield, and he's making his presence known. And as soon as South was getting that momentum, Joe, Cardinals like, hold it, not so fast.
Yeah, that's already like 3 straight plays with negative losses. That's going to actually bring them down another 3 to 4 yards, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Memick right there with he's got speed.
He does
for his size.
Defensive lineman, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was able to run down the quarterback, August Wilson, and that's got to be impressive, Let
me also
for
tell
Ramsey
you
to get chased down here.
Let me tell you also something. He's a sharp young man too, and so he's off the field and on the field. He's a sharp young man, so it's good to see him doing well tonight. All right, here we go. Pass on the outs. Oh, wow. Just as he was about to break it, Dylan Anaya, he gets hit pretty hard. I think that's number 31 again. That's Sterling Tomlin.
Actually, well, on the hit was number 10, Ray Castillo.
Okay, and Tomlin finished it off.
Tomlin finishing off, you're absolutely right. But what's his Ray Castillo?
Got to call him out.
Yeah, you got to call him out because he let him know that there was a presence there. Like, hey, you're going to get those screen plays, and those are the things that make those screen plays. They're a little dangerous sometimes because there's guys coming at you at full speed, and that's what Castillo was doing, number 10, for the Harlingen Cardinals. So here we go with the third punt, Aaron. So far,
there's more punts so far than I thought we would have so far this evening. Here we go. 10:35 in the first half. High punt. Going to catch that wind right there. Probably going to get a bounce back straight up in the air. Caleb Anaya right around it. Now he gets a nice hawk roll down to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good punt. And, right now, Aaron, special teams are going to be a big factor on this game because if you can pin your teammate down, it's all about possession right now.
Right.
Because either offense right now hasn't been clicking yet. I'm sure they will. Both teams are going to, start clicking here very soon. But right now, it's all about possession. If you can pin your guys down and hold them to 3 snaps and punt, and you get a better field position on the opposite side. So I think that's right now what's going on. Unless Harlingen can break one here and start their third drive. I believe this is their third drive with some positive yards.
Randy Morales, number 5. Now he goes shotgun formation. He's back out from under center, and so maybe they're thinking quicker to the running back will be better. He's going to send Torres in motion. Quick pass out to the outside. Caught. Running up hills, number 2. He hurdles him. That's number 2. Aiden, the Sandman Sandoval. Good pickup there for the Cardinals.
Yeah, good pickup. It was a screen little play on the left-hand side. Was able to get about 7-8 yards. And those are positive yards, and that gives you a good second down that you can either run another screen play or you can go ahead and run it. So picking up 7 yards on the first play absolutely opens up the playbook a little bit, Aaron, I think. And I think we're going to start seeing a little bit of more of the run game getting established here.
Isaiah Bell needs to get going. Really, if they can get him with positive yards and just keep feeding him, he will wear down a defense.
Yes,
but he has not been able to get the start that he needs. Here's Caleb Anaya. He's going to blitz right up the middle, and Isaiah Bell's going to find that gap right behind him. And here he goes, across the 50-yard line, and that's what he can do down to the 44. And Isaiah Bell has started his night officially.
Well, Aaron, you just said what they needed to do, and he ended up doing what you said he needed to do. And right now, it just happened to be.
That sounds right.
It sounds right. And right now, down the middle and make a great run. Give credit for the offensive line of the Harlingen Cardinals. And, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say what happened, but they're running again.
And here goes Isaiah Bell. Keep feeding him. Oh, look at Caleb Anaya, but he bounces off of him. Now on the outside, he trips up. But, man, he almost broke that one, Joe. And that's some grit right there by Isaiah Bell.
That was the greatest negative 1 yard run I've ever seen.
Awesome.
And I'm not being sarcastic, ladies and gentlemen, that he was going to hit the over a 3 or 4 yard loss and was able. And the only reason he lost a yard is because he was losing his balance.
He tripped. Yep.
He tripped. So good job on him.
I like that. He lost his balance. That's better than tripping.
Yeah, Bell right there. We're getting number 9 is getting that momentum going here.
Bell needs to stay on balance here if the Cardinals are going to have a chance. Kian Torres, he is a firecracker as well. He goes in motion. And this is going to be a keeper. And he's trying to find a gap through those big offensive linemen. He does find a crease, and that almost a first down. Big run there by number 5, and that is Randy Morales.
Randy Morales, the quarterback with a quarterback keeper, and the line actually gave him good protection, especially on the right-hand side. The O-line's doing a good job. But good job. I think he's going to be about a yard shy, but nevertheless, they're getting down and they're moving it in pretty good chunks there. And I think we're starting to see that offense, the Harlingen offense, starting to come through. And like you said it earlier, if you keep giving the ball to Bell,
Yes.
and he's going to wear down that defense.
He should get it right here. 3rd down and 1 or less than 1. Give it to Isaiah Bell. Let him run up the middle. There's a nice space right here behind the defensive tackles. Little soft spot. A keeper up the middle. He'll follow Isaiah Bell. That works too. Up the middle. Breaks it. 20 down to 15. He's going to go all the way. The first touchdown of Bird Bowl 30. Number 5, Randy Morales.
Touchdown.
That was a great run, Aaron. You saw the O-line just create a good hole on there. Was able to zigzag around, but you got to give Bell some credit there because he was actually going behind Bell and was able to score there. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got our first touchdown here at Bird Bowl 30, and it belongs to the Harlingen Cardinals, who are up right now 6-0, trying to get the extra point up and trying to get it up to 7. But what a great run by Morales, and right now we've seen a little bit of more of his running side, Aaron.
Yeah, and I think that's probably what he's going to do. Good kick. It looks up, and it is good. So 7-0 is your score. Going back to that run right there, and Morales, he was very patient. He had just had a run where he was patient on the offensive line. This time, Isaiah Bell, I thought he was going to get it on 3rd and short situation, but he goes out and blocks for him, leads for him, and Morales seems to be very patient, standing behind someone bigger than him, right? Waiting for something to develop, and then he can go. And obviously, he's got speed. He broke away past that second level, and he was gone. And so, I'm going to say that I think the Cardinals, Joe, if they get running, if they get going, if they start clicking like that, it's going to be really hard for South to hold on for a long period of time. They've done a great job, came out punching in that first half. They got to get a score here and not let it get away from them.
I absolutely agree. And going back to what you just said about Morales right now, he was very patient on that last play. And was able to leap that block of Bell, and was able to be patient, and patient paid off because it opened up the holes and made him go in and give him the 6 points and the first touchdown of Bird Bowl 30. And absolutely, Aaron, I agree with you. If Harlingen, they look like the running game's already established.
Right.
Now, if they get that passing game going,
yes,
this could be a team that has got a lot of balance right now, and Harlingen South is going to have to answer back right now. I think it's very crucial drive, should I say, for Harlingen South to come back. I know it's early and people are
No.
It's only 7-0, but you don't want to get a 14 or 10.
No.
So.
And especially not against a team like the Cardinals, and they're going to hit each other there, and he's down. He cannot pop back up. This is not the pros.
Yeah, unfortunately, no. He hit one of his own teammates. Hit him. That was number 8 was Dylan Anaya. One of his teammates was trotting back and actually pushed him. And unlike the pros, if you fall, you cannot get up.
And so going back to who we're talking about, Joe. The Cardinal team this year, I think, is based on clock management, on kind of trying to get up early and then just really wearing you out. And they're built that way. They have the size for it. Even in their running back, Isaiah Bell, he's a big bruiser. And then they have Quintoros that can kind of get outside. And so if you're South Hawks, you've got to take advantage right now. You got to put some points on the board, and you cannot let this game get too far here in the first half. Here we go. It looks like we do have a switch. I think that's going to be Anaya now at the quarterback position. We knew that the sophomore was going to get a look, and he does, and he's going to fumble the ball. It is on the ground, and I think the Cardinals are going to have this one, Joe.
Oh, Aaron, and that could be devastating for them right now because if the Harlingen Cardinals get it and the referee say the Cardinals get it, this is deep in their territory. This is inside the 15-yard line. This is not what you want to do right now. Is give away a turnover deep in your own territory. So this is what we're talked about. You just said they needed to come and do something, and they did the quite opposite and turn the ball over.
Look, nothing against Dylan and I, sophomore. A big game right now to get in the game, varsity level. It's a lot of pressure on a sophomore. And my question is why at this juncture? August Wilson was moving the ball. He had some nice passes. You're starting to get a rhythm going. Leave him in there. Especially on a critical drive. Now you've given the ball over to the Cardinals, and they have a short distance, and they're chomping at the bit, Joe. The Cardinals, they're going to start getting a taste for this, and I'm telling you, they're going to start to run here. And so let's see what Isaiah Bell's going to do here. I have a feeling he may touch the ball here in the next couple. He does right here. Left-hand side's got a blocker out ahead. Skirts to the outside. Look at him go. He's going to get in. That's a touchdown. Isaiah Bell, Cardinals. That's another one.
That's another one, and that was a great job on the offensive line on the left-hand side. Was also Bell was he had a little bit of patience and was able to run. He beat one of the defenders of the Harlingen South. And Aaron, Right now, we went from 0-0 for a whole quarter, and 14 points or 13 points have just been lit up in the last minute. In the last minute, the Harlingen Cardinals were able to
replays brought to you by
score 2 touchdowns
and
in 1 minute's time.
You're going to go back in film session tomorrow, right? And you're going to look at that last play on the offense. And again, nothing against, the sophomore coming in here takes big guts, big courage to be able to get in this stage as a sophomore. But, why put him in that position early on, Joe, when right now it's all about taking care of that football? And just like that, 14-0, I'm telling you, this Cardinal offense is built, and this team is built to just try to get up early, and then they will just keep wearing you down. And so your South Hawks, now you've got to go to the trick bag. Now you got to go and pull out plays you maybe didn't want to get to yet because it's the first game of the season. Because if not, Joe, you're going to go into the halftime, and it's going to be 21-0.
It can go 21-0 with Harlingen Cardinals getting the ball. Remember, they won the
That's
toss
right.
and deferred. So, Aaron, you made a great point there. Right now, Harlingen, getting the turnover. They were smelling blood and they got it. Right now, the momentum has shifted.
Yeah, you can feel the energy.
The energy. It was a 3-possession game on both sides and no scores, a couple of punts each. And all of a sudden, Harlingen clicks in and gets on, and then get a defensive turnover. And all of a sudden, we got a 14-0 ball game. Not saying that the Harlingen South it's over.
No,
and done
not
with,
at all. Not saying that.
But it's hard for anybody to come back from a 14-point deficit, no matter how good you are.
And I'm going to say, I know we said it last possession, but we're going to have to say it here again. Crucial drive right here for Harlingen South. You've got to get some points on the board. They've been able to move the ball. They've gotten into Cardinal territory twice, but have not been able to get closer than about the 44-yard line. They're going to get a shot right here. South got to make something happen, something electric. And that's a good run. I think that's going to be Anaya, and he's going to get a little bit of payback right now. Number 8. I fumbled that one, but give me the ball again. And I respect that. And like I said, big pressure for the sophomore, and he's going to come back from that.
Well, they needed something, and that was something right now. They give him a little spark, and Anaya was able to get down the ball to about the 35-yard line, it looks like. And here's the thing, too, Aaron. A lot of people don't remember this also. If you want to go back 360-something days, Harlingen Cardinals were up 14-0 last year.
That's right.
And South came back and beat them. I'm not saying, deja vu.
But,
but anything is possible with these two teams because, it's a crosstown rival. And, just
stay with us.
Just stay with us. It's going to be a great one. It's not over.
Not over yet. All right. We are fans of football here, fans of both teams, and just want to see a great game. And here we go. Anaya! And that ball, I think, is going to be called a fumble. And I think South pounces. No, incomplete. I don't think he took a step.
No, he didn't take a step there, but that could have been devastating again for Dylan Anaya. Number 8 is having a little bit of trouble holding on to the ball. It was the referees counted it as an incomplete pass. So no matter who recovered, and that's also great because South did recover the ball, and and that would have been second in about 21 if it was considered a fumble. So it was good job here. We see it on the replay here, and if you look at the replay, boom,
Albert Vasquez,
and South was able number 2. The August Wilson was able to recover.
Here we go. Wilson gets a snap, handoff. Moss Boss up the middle, fighting forward for some yards. We'll get a few on that carry.
Right down the middle. That's his specialty. Able to get about 3-4 yards. And if you notice when he runs, Aaron, no matter what, it's going to take 2-3 guys getting them down. And right now, that's what it took for the Harlingen Cardinals. So the Harlingen Cardinals has been doing really well stopping the runs here right now. But, Moss Boss has been able to get around. So here we go again.
All right, 3rd down and 7-24-23 in the first half. 14-0 is our score here in the 30th iteration of the Bird Bowl. We're going to have a flag on the play called by the head linesman.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, it looked like maybe somebody moved in the south line. It looked like there's going to be a false start or something. And good job by number 17 of the Harlingen Cardinals.
Picking the flag up.
Yeah, that's
Albert Vasquez. By the way, he dislodged that football from Anaya. I mean, that was a big hit right there.
Yeah.
Got to call him on that one. That was a huge hit by Vasquez.
That was a great idea. And Vasquez giving the ref, he's like, hey, ref, I gave you the flag. Remember that.
Yes.
You might want to let a couple of my calls go.
Let me tell you about Albert Vasquez. Great young man. I personally know him well. And, he's got size. He's got speed.
He's got it all.
He's got a chance, to really show out this year. And I would say play at the next level. And so he's one to watch for this season for sure. 3rd down. Here we go. Handoff, nice run, and he breaks another one. There he goes cross midfield, puts his head down. That's number 9, David Sanchez, and he's like, let's go. Let's get it going for the South Hawks.
That was number 9 right there for the South Hawks, David Sanchez. But you got to give what we were just talking about, number 17 right now, Albert Vasquez. I think he saved a touchdown, Aaron, because when it came around the outside, Albert turned around and noticed that there was nobody there coming. He ended up ended up getting the play and knocking him down with a good hit, though. He put his head down and really, really flipped him over.
He's all over the place. First down and 10, though. How about those Hawks, though? Here they go. They break into the Cardinals side of the field for the 3rd time tonight. They need to make something happen. They got to get some points on the board. Looking downfield. Wilson, look at him out 11, wide open, down to the 22, and he connects with number 11, Jacob Cano. First down and more for the Hawks.
Yeah, there we go. That was a good play, and he had to actually beat Vasquez on the inside route there, and was able to pick up some yards there. Number 11, Jacob Cano. For the South Hawks, and this is what you want to see under a good response from Harlingen South. They're already getting close to the red zone, if not right on the red zone, and so right now they're in scoring fashion. So you can see them getting that momentum back, and not going down in like traditionally in the past.
Wilson now is going to have a chance to make something happen. Downfield pass, beautiful hook up there, number 18. I think that's Vergara. He gets spun out of bounds, but he gets a nice pickup here for the South Hawks.
Yeah, that was number 18 on a quick little screen, getting about 5 yards. That was Seth Vergara for the South Hawks. Good play, good screen right now. They're showing a run. They're showing some pass. Right now, it shows that right now, I think South has actually been a little bit more balanced right now as far as their play selection. You would probably have to say very close to being in the middle of run and play. Run and pass, should I say.
August Wilson doing a great job. He's taking command. He's like, this is my team right now. He's a senior. He's got to take command. He's got to claim this as his offense, and he's showing right now a lot of confidence. Let's see if we can get one in. 2nd down now. Handoff. Yeah, he's got it. Moss Boss doing a good job of concealing, and gains maybe a yard on the run.
Got about a yard. I think he was hesitating, trying to get that hole to open up. It never kind of did, but good job that it didn't get negative yards. Carlos Moss Boss, doing a fantastic job of, he's also one of those kind of bruiser runners, Aaron, that we've talked about that can wear down the defense, just like Bell on the other side. I mean, very similar style of runners, I think, sometimes.
We just haven't seen Mossbass get out in the open because he can run too.
Yes.
He's a bruiser, but he has speed. We just have not been able to see him get past that 2nd level just yet. 3rd down, crucial. 6 to go here for the South Hawks. Wilson, right-hand side, wants to pass back. He's going to keep this one. Pushing for that 1st down. He'll be about a yard and a half short.
He's going to be about a yard. Had a good shot. Kind of tricked the Harlingen Cardinals. Looked like he wanted to pitch back, like you said.
Yes.
Was able to keep the ball. They're going to be about 1 or 2 yards shy. So it's going to be a 4th down. Interesting call, Aaron. What do you do in this situation? You're down 14. Do you want to put 3 points on, or do you want to keep this drive going? So right now it's a good time for Coach Gonzalez to make a decision. And right now, I see the offense staying on there.
I say leave the ball in Wilson's hand. Either let him run it, give him an option, or let him pass it. This is his time. He's got to make a moment right here. He's got to take control of this, and he needed the touchdown. You got to go for it, Joe, and they're going to do it. Here we go. Keeper, option, RPO, and he connects with receiver 18, and he's in. Seth Vergara, touchdown, Hawks for the 30 of the Bird Bowl, and the Hawks are on the board.
What a great play, Aaron. What a great run, and he was hit. I mean, it would have still been a 1st down, but he got hit right about the 1 or 2 yard line and was able to get in. That was number 18, Seth Vergara, for the Harlingen South Hawks. And right now, Aaron, you got to give it to South Hawks for answering back from a 14-0 deficit. Could this be a repeat, Aaron, from last year? 14-0 deficit, and Harlingen now must answer back with great. It all started on the special teams with the run back, Aaron, getting them decent field position about the 35-yard line, and able to push it in. And right now, the extra point is pretty important right now to get them up to down by 7.
Jeez, I mean, this is amazing. Story unfolding right before us, right? 14-0, kind of a flashback. Remember last year it was on a Saturday. Had to get moved to a Saturday. It was hot, steamy, 1 o'clock game, something like that. and I remember that, and really the South Hawks just wore them down over time, and we were able to come back and get the win.
Yeah.
And so you have to question, is this a replay of last year? Cardinals are going to have a chance to say something about that right now, obviously, but what about that grit determination here by South Hawks? That was a crucial drive. They got out and they took care of business.
It was a crucial drive, and they responded very well. I mean, they drove the ball 65 yards to get their first points of the ball game, and I think they did a tremendous job. And I think you got to give credit to Vergara. You got to give credit to Carlos, but August Wilson looked very poised in this drive and was able to move down. Like he knew, like, hey, I got this, guys. Don't worry about it, and was able to put these points on there. And right now, that's got to be a great confident booster from a 14-point deficit. So good job on Harlingen South right now to come back and score and make this a ball game, because right now this is a very good ball game right now. We have a 14-7, Harlingen getting the ball now. There's 3 minutes here, 3:58, 4 minutes left there, and this is what South needs to do. They need to stop them.
Get a stop.
Because if Harlingen scores and goes up, they get the ball right back in the third quarter. So a very important play for the defense, I think.
Well, I tell you what, August Wilson had a moment right there, and where he has to take command and say, "This is my team. I'm the quarterback. I'm the captain here. I'm the captain now," right? And make that happen. Flag here because it went out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
It's just that was a defining moment for him right there, and for this Hawk offense. Maybe they had questions. Again, they've got Dylan and I right there in the wings, ready. It seems like he's going to be a playmaker. He'll get a shot, but right now August Wilson has to say, as for this year, it's got to go through me. And I'm the senior here, and he just won some points right there, and that was big.
I totally agree, and what he's done right now, not even, he was a junior obviously last year, but didn't really call his name out at all.
No, he didn't. I don't know if he played varsity. I can't remember, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he was a JV promoted, but so far I've been impressed with him.
Yes.
I've been impressed with Gonzalez's play calling, mixing it up with the running pass. You got to give credit to that coaching staff. Everybody came out and said there was a big question mark with South. How are they going to respond losing all these players? And right now, they're down 7 points, but you know what? They're playing pretty good.
Yeah.
Legal procedure on the Hawks.
They are. They sure are.
Harlingen will take the ball at the 30-yard line.
Okay, so we had a penalty. The kickoff went out of bounds. Cardinals elected to have the ball at the 30-yard line. So here we go. They're looking very poised. Remember, they put two in back-to-back. I mean, it was within a couple minutes, Joe.
Very quickly.
It was fast. One by the quarterback, Morales, and the other one by Boss. I'm sorry, Isaiah Bell, excuse me, on the Cardinal side.
Well, it's I almost did that earlier.
They're very similar in the way that they run.
I almost did that earlier. Like, just like, oh, my God.
No, but to be clear, Isaiah Bell on that second touchdown. Here we go. 1st down and 10. Pitch out there. That's number 2. That's Aiden Sandoval. And he'll get a few. Still fighting also. He gains 4.
He gains 4. That could have been only a 1 yard gainer, and he ended up getting about 2 or 3. What we call the yak, ladies and gentlemen, the yards after the catch. And a great job. And actually, he was about one guy away from busting that a little bit further open, because he was good job. I couldn't see who actually was able to get him down for South, but good job on that.
Yeah, Aiden Sandoval is one of those guys also that if you give him a little space, he's going to burn you. He can run. He can outrun anybody on the field. And so he has not had a chance to get an open space, but watch out for him. 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Cardinals now. And they get the Hawks offside. So free play. Here we go. Downfield's got Paul Price on the outside in his breadbasket, and he's out at the 30-yard line. What a beautiful pass and catch there. And Paul Price, almost like nothing, just gets up there and gets underneath it. Beautiful.
I mean, the poise that he had, a great throw. I mean, this is probably the best throw we've seen. And this could make a lot of confidence right now.
Yep.
Of course, I think this is going to go good. Decline. South. It looks like the change of movement is going to be declined, of course. But that was a beautiful thrown ball, and perfectly thrown right on the other side of his shoulder.
Wow. And it was outside to the sideline where only the receiver could get it.
Only the receiver can get it. That was a great, good combo by Price there getting the ball.
All right, here we go. Kian Torres, left-hand side, trying to snake his way through. Great tackle there from behind, and he's down loss of about a yard or 2.
Yeah, they need to get both of them going here. I know it's I think this is the 2nd or 3rd run. He's had a couple there for loss, but he's had a nice gain as well, Kian Torres. But I like what they did with the pass. I really like that on the free play. Maybe it was a call right up on the quarterback by Randy Morales. It's like, hey, let's just go. And but nonetheless, it was a great job.
Watch these two guys here on the outside. You got Paul Price and you have Sandoval stacked up down here at the bottom of our football field. And that's a dangerous combo, but he's going to keep it this time. Look at him move, man. Oh, ball's on the ground. That's a fumble, Joe. we're going to wait for the officials' call on this one, but the ball was on the ground.
The ball was on the ground. Harlingen South says they got it, but of course,
let's see what he's saying. Waiting.
No, Harlingen has the ball.
No,
Harlingen retained the ball.
Cardinal got it.
But that's still very dangerous, Aaron, to lose that ball, kill momentum.
Mm-hmm.
We got 2 minutes and about and 8 seconds left to play in the half.
No 2-minute drill.
And no 2-minute drill here. And
No
Harlingen
2-minute.
has the ball right now with a third down. They're inside the 30-yard line and moving the ball with a nice pass. So let's see what they can come up with here.
All right. Third down for the Cardinals. Morales. Pass. Sandoval. Stiff arm. Don't think he got out of bounds. Clock continues to run.
No, and that was a great play. I can't see the number. I believe it's 25 for Harlingen South. That was Joaquin Romero. Excellent one-on-one. Because if he misses that, Aaron, that's gone.
He's on.
He's gone. Not up for first down. He's gone for a touchdown. So good job, Joaquin Romero there for the stop, because that's a really hard thing to do to knock a receiver down one-on-one.
I agree totally. With Sandoval, he's a shaky guy.
Exactly. So you got to give props there.
Okay. So look at the Cardinals side of the ball, man. You got about 6 coaches on the field, Joe. I think they're going to call a timeout on this one because they're down to 5 on the play clock.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just burning down the clock.
Yep. So there's not going to be a 2-minute timeout, right? But they're going to take their 1-minute timeout here, right about.
Timeout.
Great opportunity here for the Cardinals.
Harlingen
Even if
High.
you come away with 3 points right now, like you said, you've been mentioning, second half they get the ball back. So you get a bang on this one, end the first half, come in the second half, and you can put some separation there. South Hawks want to come up with something big right here. If they can. Go into halftime 14-7, you got a shot.
They got a shot, but I think the reason the Harlingen Cardinals called a timeout is because they're coming out with that fourth down play. It's about 4th and 4, 4th and 5, no, 4th and 4, and I think Harlingen's going to come up with that 4-yard play to continue that drive. It seems to me that they want to go in there and, of course, and go down go up 21-7 at half versus 17. Because right now it's still a doable field goal for him. That's about 38-yarder. Yep. So I think Harlingen's detained and say, hey, you know what? We want to go. We want to go bigger here. And here they come.
What an awesome first play. It's been a great first half, Joey. This is the type of game that we love to call. Love to be in here in Harlingen. We don't like those blowout games, right? That sometimes we get in other district games. Yeah. But this is a good one. I hope you all have been enjoying.
We're here till like 12 midnight.
Oh man, it seems like it for sure. This is moving fast. It is a great pace game.
It actually has been moving really fast. It's been less than about an hour.
I'm loving it. So
Harlingen's decided to go for the 3.
They are, and that's interesting. They got 4th and 4. They're going for the 3. This is going to make it a 41 yard. And from that hash mark, so that's an interesting angle for the kicker. I don't know, Joe. Short. It's not going to make it. And that's a 41-yard attempt, which is kind of at a high school kicker. Starting to get to their max there a little bit, right? Yeah. I've seen some a little bit longer, but not many.
But he was really short. I mean, he was 5 yards short, even though he barely made it to the edge of the end zone.
Yeah.
On that one, so that was pretty short on him. I thought Harlingen was actually going to go.
I know, me too. Isaiah Bell, man, you got Isaiah Bell. Give it to him.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I thought they were going to go for it. But 56 seconds. I think Manny decided, hey, let's get the points on the board. Maybe the hold was off a little bit because
the angle's hard too.
The angle's hard, but he was kicking the field goals earlier for even though there were extra points, but he was really booting them out there. So and he didn't look like he got a lot of height leverage on that one.
No. So hey, South's got a shot. Remember, this is where they want those timeouts. They've got one left. 56 seconds, one timeout remaining. Let's see what Wilson's got here in the tank. Looking downfield, wants to pass. He's got a wide open wide receiver. Can he get it to him? He does, and he's out of bounds. That's number 8 on the catch, and that's a beautiful throw to Dylan Anaya.
That was a great throw, and right now we're starting to see August Wilson really getting very confident in the pocket.
Yes, he is.
And he threw a nice laser out there to Anaya and able to get the first down, move the chains. And right now, South only has one timeout, but in high school, of course, the clock stops to move the chains.
Yeah, and he did get out of bounds, so I think it will not restart until
they're set.
Blow that whistle.
Yeah,
man, what a great! And you know what? Shout out to Dylan Anaya. He had that fumble earlier. I talked about sophomore big game again. Obviously
Personal
a playmaker, Joe, and they're going to get the ball in his hands somehow, some way.
Number 6. 15-yard penalty.
He's a sophomore, and we're going to see him here a few more years. But right now, look, they got a penalty or something here because they're adding some more yards.
Wow.
See what happened there.
That's a 15-yarder.
That's at the unsportsmanlike conduct, or I didn't see a late hit, so it had to be coming to sportsmanlike conduct.
Wow, that is a mental break
that might be
on the Cardinal side. Yeah,
side.
Maybe
side.
it could be also on the sideline. because we didn't see anything on the field.
No.
First down and 10, 50 seconds remaining, 38-yard line. South Hawks in striking distance now. August Wilson steps up in the pocket. He's got a lot of space to run, and he can run. That's a track runner right there, and he slides down at the 30. Clock will run, though.
Clock was going to run. Yeah, he's going to be about a yard and a half shy. They still got about 37 seconds left to play. They're moving the ball, and they're ready to go.
Wow.
You know,
I like
I'm
it.
really impressed here by
I like
August
it.
Wilson.
I like it. I like the confidence. I like these guys. They've practiced 2-minute drill. Look at that. Oh, right into the hands of the defender, though. And that was a pass. And number 6 is going to come up with that one. That is Andres Duer. And he picks that one and halts the Hawk momentum.
It was miscommunication, Aaron, because the receiver kept running, and he threw the ball, and he threw it right to number 6.
Yeah.
So it looked. I mean, if you look at the replay, ladies and gentlemen, that he thought he was going to stop August, and he threw the ball because he really threw it right at him.
Yeah.
And so there was a little bit miscommunication. I don't know whose fault you can blame that on. Of course, it's going to go down as an interception, but in that situation, it could have been miscommunication on the receiver's part as well.
But, Joe, I don't feel, as a football fan, period, I don't feel as bad right now than as if, for South and as if the Cardinals would have scored. Because, yes, it's an interception. Yes, they had momentum. Yes, they could have scored. But guess what? It's still 14-7. And so if your goal was to get to the halftime without an additional score, you may just accomplish that. But 21 seconds remaining, and here we go. We're going to have a chance here. The Cardinals, Kian Torres in motion. He's going to pass downfield. Here we go. He wants the big one. Aiden Sandoval in space, looking to the sideline, though. Stiff arm, and he gets out of bounds. Clock stops. 13 seconds.
13 seconds left. He got about 7 yards out of that. I think they're trying to get in
field goal range again, maybe?
Maybe if they can get a good 20, 25-yard pass, and they can. They still have one timeout, and it was a good job by Sandoval, was it, to go out of bounds? So.
All right, here we go. Second down now. And the Cardinals, they're going to try their best, right, to get downfield. Randy Morales in that shotgun formation. I have to get used to that name this year, Joe. I don't remember him from last year either. Downfield, and that is way overthrown Kian Torres. But maybe that's a safe play there, Joe, just taking care of the football. And that could be the mature play to do.
Yeah, it was. I mean, might have been also a little bit of miscommunication because he threw it. Maybe he's expecting Key to keep going further. But nonetheless, though, Harlingen did not want to go down and just kneel the ball down. They wanted to try to put some points on, and still 8 seconds, anything can happen. So 8 seconds, 8.3 seconds left to play. We've got a 14-7 ball game.
Yeah.
So far, and it's been a great game right now. I'm very excited.
It has been really enjoyable. Thanks for watching this. We're Real Sports Live, HCI with KHGN. Just really glad to bring this on 2 different platforms. And for you to have accessibility. Look at that in his face, but great job there by Morales. Isaiah Bell catches it. He's going to fight to get out of bounds, and I think he does. That'll stop the clock, but I think it's going to be halftime. Let's see what they got.
Let's see if they're going to give him the halftime.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the first half.
Waiting for the call by the official. That's halftime. Hey, halftime here at Bogus Stadium, 14-7 in the 30th Bird Bowl. And what a first half it's been, Joe. I'm excited for the second one. The Cardinals will get the ball in the second half.
The Cardinals going to get the ball in the second half, Aaron, and it's going to be, right now we've got ourselves a great game. We're going to be back in 28 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
Set your clocks.
And set your clock up, and it's a great game. It's just what we thought we was, huh?
I don't know about that. I tell you what, my prediction has been challenged, and I'm glad it has, right?
Yes,
and so I'm glad we're having a good game here. Set your clock, 28 minutes, and we'll be back for the second half.
Alrighty.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the award-winning Harlingen High School Cardettes. The Cardettes are under the direction of Ms. Carissa Salinas. Our Harlingen Cardettes are having an online money donation. To donate, please go to our social media, Facebook Harlingen High School Cardettes, and Instagram at HSS Cardettes to find the link to your fundraiser to make a generous money donation. Thank you for your continuous support.
Don't worry,
Ladies and gentlemen, cadet officers are Second Lieutenant Valissa Arredondo. First Lieutenant Kayla Rodriguez.
No, not really.
Captain Azalea Hernandez. Major Valeria Formacio. And your 2022-2023 Harlingen Cadet Colonel Evelyn Atkinson. Cadets of the week are Alina Hernandez and Ayena Contreras. The Harlingen High School Cadets will be performing a palm routine to Feel This Moment by Pitbull. Now sit back and enjoy. The Cadets continue to show why they are simply the wet. Take it away, Cadets!
The moments, I call it life. One day while the line is glowing, I'll be in my castle golden. But until the gates are open, I just wanna feel this moment. I just wanna feel this moment. I just wanna feel this moment. Miss Worldwide, Christina Aguilera. Reporting live from the tallest building in Tokyo. Long way from them hallways. It was O's and O's. They counted always. Real fat all day. Now, baby, we can parlay. Oh, baby, we can party. She read books, especially about red rooms and tie-ups. I got her hooked. She see me in a suit with a red tie tied up. Big Davis, nice to meet you. But time is money. Only difference is I own it. Now let's stop time and enjoy this moment.
So after we get a minute to breathe, we gotta like make sure that every camera is in the same setting. Yeah. Okay.
Or when they tell you, like in the radio, like the director.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to introduce the award-winning band from Birdland, the Harlingen High School Big Red Cardinal Band. Tonight we present a portion of our 2022 UIL marching show entitled The Warrior Within. Directors for the Cardinal Band are Maria Coronado, Rob Larios, Melanie Culaga, Manuel Hernandez, Veronica Villegas, Eugene Castellanos, and color guard instructor Sarah Samaripas.
Got this, Alex. Got this. Don't worry. You may be the one driving, but I'm just giving you tips.
Drum majors Casey Barrera and Lilia Lanis, you may now begin your performance.
No, don't worry. I'm just recording.
I'm not wearing it all.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your support. And remember, Cardinal spirit never dies. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the incredible 2022-2023 award-winning Southern Stars Drill Team. Under the direction of Ilian Lopez and Brianna Gaitan, the Southern Stars would like to invite you to enjoy a spectacular pump routine to kill the lights. The star of the week is Alexa St. John. The Southern Stars dance officers are First Lieutenant Talia Newlin, Captain Florissa Garcia, Major Ruby Garcia, and your 2022-2023 Southern Stars Colonel, Madison Myers. Now sit back and relax and watch our Southern Stars show you their star pride. Take it away, Stars.
There's like orange and green, and there's red over there.
Oh boy.
Like right here is like golden and black, and there it's like red and black. Am I colorblind? You see the same colors?
No.
I see golden and green. Am I colorblind? Like as they're puffs, they like look golden and green.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Mighty Hawk Band. Drum majors for the Mighty Hawk Band are Jordan Phipp, Sofia Castillo, and head drum major Jacqueline Davis. Drumline captain is Rafael Cantu. Color guard captains Ana Delia Gonzalez and Hannah Garza. The band will perform selections from their 2022 UIL production, Acts of Light, A Journey of the Sun.
Someone was doing in the background.
Yo, give me the thing. I want to give him a piece of my mind.
Oh, it was Joe. It was Joe who was doing the
Damn it, Joe.
It was Joe.
It's your mama. Don't worry, you got it.
I got it.
You're the chosen one.
And now sit back and relax and enjoy the sounds of your mighty Hawk Band.
Switch the setting?
Yeah, change your setting.
To what?
I have no idea.
Can you ask? Okay. I'm a president. All right, you tell them what.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, your mighty Hawk Band. Directors for the Hawk Band are Rogelio Barajas, Laura Benavides, Raúl Liendo, Richard de la Riva, and Alexander Jett. Band Booster President is Abigail Vargas. The Mighty Hawk Band would like to thank the Harlingen South Administration, HCISD Administration, and our HCISD School Board, and Dr. Alicia Noyola for the support of music programs in our district. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please give it up for your Mighty Hawk Band. Ladies and gentlemen, Harlingen High School and Harlingen High School South has one of the fiercest rivalries in South Texas. This week, student councils from both campuses participated in a friendly spirit link competition. Each council collected change to determine which school is the most spirited. These spirit chains have been used as decorations this evening throughout the stadium. This year's winner is the Harlingen High School Student Council with a grand total of $581. A big thank you goes out to all the supporters of student activities.
Wait, oh, no, this thing. Sir, wait, sir. Here, sir. I gotta move because this thing can only support 2 people at once. Really? Sir, hold this. So whenever we go, we gotta push menu. You see how we go to paint? Yeah. See a preset? Yeah. Waiting till the reaper takes my life. Never gonna get me out of life. I will live 1,000 years in lives. That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a white 2014 Jeep Cherokee with Texas license plates NMF 8670 registered to a Ruben Gonzalez. You need to please move your Jeep. That's a 2014 Jeep Cherokee, license plates NMF 8670. We need you to please move your Jeep or it will be towed.
And I'm John, and you're here for game day. Welcome to our community. In Harlingen, we want everyone to enjoy their experience. That includes cheering, action, noise, and following a few rules that show you are a smart fan.
What is a smart fan? Well, a smart fan is a fan. No, not that kind of fan. No, not that kind of fan either. A smart fan shows their love for the game by how they treat others around them. This includes
Spirited. Be supportive. Mindful. You know, don't be mean. Be mindful of the game and the fans around you. Positive. Have a positive attitude. Respect. Respect the coaches,
players, officials, and spectators. And think before you act. Remember, we are all here to have a great time.
Fans not being smart are subject to ejection and arrest. Are you willing and able to assist in moving fans not being smart?
Now, you're ready for game day. Thank you for attending today's event, and thank you for being a smart fan.
To find out all about HCISD athletics and to find a future HCISD game near you, visit our website at www.hcisd.org.
So, ladies and gentlemen, sometime during yesterday, I was honored to host our Bird Bowl luncheon. And before the Bird Bowl luncheon, they asked me to do something, so I wrote a poem. And I'm going to share it with you now. So sit back and relax, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The silence of bogus is deafening. The winds from north to south are menacing. The field of a new turf on the field, the red and green on the battlefield. The sound of rumbling buses, the faraway sound of las voces. Davies to St. Louis to turn on the lights because it is the start of Friday Night Lights. The screech of the hawk fills the air. With the speed of the Cardinals, sound will tear. Round and round these birds will go, ready to tear into friend or foe. The smell of nachos and pickles takes the air. It's stockings with cheese and chili and more that I can bear. Is it really fajitas and menudo I can eat? No, that is all coming from across the street. Finally, the line of green and red come and disperse. Make sure and bring your plastic purse. The alma maters of bands will play, and we question, is the voice of God we made? No, that is only the voice of Jay. It's been 30 years in the making. The name of Bird Bowl is earth-shaking. It's a majestic spiritual cardinal, and the hawk with his talent arsenal. Coach Manny pacing the sidelines back and forth, staring down the refs from south to north. Coach Izzy in his second year with a 10-0 that sends fear. Vuela, vuela, palomita, vuela sin parar, que el cardenal y el alcohol está esperando con el tazón empezar. No one has a fear, all faith that will fly, the other with a spirit that will never die. Birds of a different feathers do stick together, and this year we all know we are better together. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the second half of Bird Bowl 30.
Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Bogus Ford for the $200 gift certificate is Mr. Ruben Gonzalez. Please come to the press box to claim your certificate. Ruben Gonzalez with a Bogus Ford $200 gift certificate.
And welcome back to second half live coverage here at Bird Bowl 30. And it's an exciting one so far. 14-7 your score here up in the booth at Bogus Stadium. And the Cardinals off with the lead and will be getting the ball here in the second half. Joe, what can we expect in the second half as the Cardinals get the ball?
Well, I think they're going to start and maybe establishing that running game and getting a little bit of balance attack. We have seen a very good balance by South Hawks as far as their running game and their passing game. I'd like to see the Harlingen Cardinals do the same thing, try to, get the ball downfield on passing and open up the run a little bit because they've had some big plays, but they haven't been pretty consistent, Aaron, as far as on their run game. They've got a good 15, 20 yards, and then all of a sudden they get 5 or 10 yards back. So it's been the story right now. I think they're going to try to mix it up. In my opinion, I think they're going to go and try to open up some pass. That'll give them a little bit of running lanes to open up. They've got good size on that offensive line, so, I mean, they've got to create some of these holes. I know it's the first game, a lot of jitters, but we've got already 24 minutes of football already past us, and I think you're going to start seeing a little bit of different ball games, I think, on both sides. I think you're going to start seeing a little bit more of letting it go a little bit.
And I think, on the South Hog side, you're going to have to let that ball go downfield. It seems to me that August Wilson is getting more comfortable as the game progresses. He's starting to get more command of the football and of his team, his offense. And so, I think you can be a little more confident here in the second half to say, you know what, let's throw the ball downfield. Let's make things happen. On the Cardinals side of the ball, to me, they just need to pound the ball, Joey. They just need to take time off the clock, get Isaiah Bell going early in the second half, and let him just keep pounding. And then every once in a while hit that key and throw us on the outside, make something big happen. But if you can get control the clock, get another touchdown in, wear down this South Hawks defense, you're going to get the game that way. But South Hawks, you got to make a stop here in defense, and you got to come out swinging.
I totally agree, and I do agree with what you just said. I think that you got to start establishing that run, and it hasn't been consistent.
Right.
They've got probably about 45, 50 rushing yards, but they've got a lot of negative in that as well. So I agree with you, Aaron. I think you got to see more consistency running on first, second, maybe passing down on thirds. But we'll see what the coaches have. We're just the commentators here.
There we go. We're excited to get this second half started. Thanks for joining us on this live broadcast. And we're excited to get second half underway. Nice run out here by number 19 of the Cardinals. And I'll get a name here for you here in a second. That's the number we have.
Adam Sanchez.
Adam Sanchez.
Good run back. It wasn't very deep. I think he got about somewhere around the 12-yard line. And Adam was able to capitalize on that really good and able to give the Harlingen Cardinals right around the 30-yard line. It looks like we got. So here we go. We're going to get it about the 32 actually yard line. 11:51 played in the third quarter. Aaron, I know that, the coaches talk in a halftime.
Yep.
But I think what you said earlier, I think you have to establish that run game and get Bell going.
Yes.
I really do believe that. And you can wear down that defense. Offenses usually wear down defenses. I think you make a good point here, so we'll see what happens.
Well, Randy Morales in the shotgun formation. Again, a name unknown to us, and he has shown a lot of poise at the quarterback position. This time he'll hand off to Bell. Here's Bell inside the tackles, and he's going to fall forward a gain of 6, maybe 7 yards, and that's the MO right there, Joe. That's how you get it going. That's how you control the football.
And good play in the very first half. I mean, first play of the first half, and that's what you want to see. You want to see the O-line open up a couple of holes. I mean, he might not run 30 or 40 yards, but if you can get that 7-8 yard consistency, that's a lot more lethal than scoring quickly.
I mean, seven yards a pop every 2 touches, that's a first down, right?
And so,
you got to just keep feeding him over time, right? The size of this offensive line on this quicker, South defense, but it's going to wear them down. And so if you're Cardinals, if you can just get this going early, just give him the ball, feed it to him, let him get those 5, 6, 7 yard chunks, you're going to have success. But here's number 55, and he's going to disagree with me. Great stop there in the backfield for Tyson Tatum, the junior.
Tyson Tatum. Looked like nobody blocked him because he was able to get through there. And again, what we talked about, when you start doing some positive things and then you get those negative 2-3 yards back on there. Right there, that was not on Bell. That was on somebody's misassignment because Tatum just went right through the line, and it looked like he was untouched. And those are the things that they need to correct and get a little bit more consistency on that running game because I agree with you. Bell, and I like that they did that twice in a row with Bell.
All right. Tatum also, he was on a tackle from behind earlier on Kean Torres. I was really impressed with the junior looking good tonight. All right, here we go. Oh, that's a botched play right there, but he's going to take it into some Morales and gets to the outside, trying to get to that first down mark. He goes down hard on the sideline, though, Joe. He's slow getting up, and we got a couple flags, and we got a skirmish over on the far side of the field.
Yes, it looks like it was a late hit, and I think the Harlingen Cardinals did not like that at one bit, but it looks like the coaches of Harlingen were able to control
That's good.
Yeah, you see Manny Gomez out there and able to control that real quick. Then this is what I like to see. The coaches stepping in real quick and breaking this up because you don't want to see that. Come on, we're from, it's the same city, guys.
Yeah, and you know what? It's good. It got broken up quickly. Get back to playing. Coach is doing a good job getting on the field, and making sure it doesn't go any further than that. And a little emotion's good, Joe. And a little emotion's good.
And that might actually motivate both
Of course, you can get somebody fired up, but just, don't cross that line.
Don't cross that line. But if it looks like it got a first down, but it looks like they're going to tack on 15, if I'm not mistaken. Because it looks like that's going to be against South.
Okay, so look, Joe, he didn't come back in the game. Randy Morales, it looked like he went down awkwardly when he went out of bounds, when he was stretching for that first down pylon. And so we're going to get a look here, number 4, Drew Cornegie. And Drew Cornegie, from what I understood from some people I was talking to, is Drew may have more of the arm, Joe. And I think the Cardinals were kind of trying to decide, they want to stick with, Morales, who has shown that he can throw. But Cornegie maybe bring more of that passing. And so I know they're kind of in between those two quarterbacks. We get a chance to see him right now.
I'm looking forward to seeing him, but I do hope that
of course, number 1, yes,
is actually okay. I don't see him around, walking around. I'm sure he's back there getting treated on and stuff. So, but you want to see these kids come down really quick and get up. You don't want to see anybody get hurt. And the referees are still talking to see what's going on. Maybe it might be offsetting. I know there was a late hit, and there's a personal foul.
Right number 7.
There we go.
Okay.
First and 10.
Up. So it's only going to go against South Hawks, and that's a 15-yarder. So that is going to definitely help the Cardinals and hurt the Hawks. In this first drive that we talked about being crucial to set up the rest of the game here, obviously, right? But really for momentum purposes, this is not a good thing for the Hawks. So they're going to have to reel from this one. Again, excited to see number 4, Drew Cornegie, not at the hands of, Randy Morales getting hurt, Joe. Hopefully he's okay. But, we are going to see a different style perhaps here on the Cardinal offense, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, and and like I said, we hope for the best there.
Yeah.
And I think we're trying to see. I think he's just sitting down in the back and
hopefully
probably working on whatever problem is. But here we go.
Okay, Cornegie now, and he is at the helm. He's in that shotgun formation, and he's ready. I do not have a classification for him, not sure, but I do know that he is in. And he hands it off to Torres right off the bat. And great job there by the Hawk defense getting behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's going to be a loss of 1. And there was no blocking on that side on the left hand. And now Keegan Torres is down.
Another one. Joe, we're outside here, and it's humid out there.
It's humid. Let's just hope they're cramps.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm hoping for.
And usually I remember last year,
early on, right?
We saw so many cramping up, and that the first game I don't remember was Harlingen Laredo or but it was our first game here in Boca Stadium in 2021.
It was a Saturday game, right?
Yeah, and it was just cramp city. I mean, they were dropping like flies. Both teams were losing some players, and thank goodness it's just cramps. Those are just
Yeah, and the humidity factor today. I mean, we're just sitting there, very little breeze, and you just feel that humidity out there. And so, if you're not hydrated enough, these players, of course, coaches, parents, I'm sure, hey, drink your water, get hydrated. But if you're not hydrated enough, and you're out here sweating, you're working those muscles, cramp. So hopefully, it's nothing more than cramping with these guys, because that's correctable. You can get back from that quickly. But Keegan Torres is one of those guys that's important for this Cardinal. He provides that boost, that explosiveness, if you will.
That explosiveness, he's the speed back when you got Bell being the power bruiser back.
That's right.
And they've been together for 3 years. They've been playing together since they were sophomores, and they've been a really good duo. He's up and he's on his own power, and he's walking on his own power.
Yeah. Just cramp, hopefully.
Let's just call that a cramp, and that's good to see that.
Look at that.
Yeah,
95% humidity.
Yeah,
that's as high as you can get without having it rain on you, right? And it's clear sky. So how about that?
Yeah, that's as wet as you're gonna get before you get raindrops, I think, on there. So
and 6 mile per hour winds. So there's nothing. So just give it. Those of you that are watching, right, wherever it is you're watching from, just to kind of paint a picture for you what it's like out here in the field. It looks like a beautiful night. It is, temperature wise.
It is.
It's 80 degrees, but it feels like 90, 95. I'm sure. All right, here we go now. Cardinals Cornegie in the backfield. Isaiah Bell as well. He's number 9. And that big offensive line from the Cardinals going down. Second down. And here we go. Cornegie rolling to his left. Wants to throw. He's got a man. Connects with his receiver on the comeback. And he gains about 2, maybe 3 yards.
Maybe 2-3 yards. Got a good arm strength, though.
Yep.
Was able to sling that in. Not a big gain, but at least it's positive yards. And now you get about a 3rd and 8, maybe.
From quarterback
and
number 4, Drew
you
Cornegie.
see who's running out there.
Paul Price.
Yeah.
Going across the screen here.
Yeah, I thought maybe it was like Torres or something getting ready to go back in.
Romero's running some sprints on the side over there.
Yeah.
So he wants to get back in the game. Cornegie, though, has got it for now. 3rd down. Shifts Isaiah Bell. He looks nice poised in the pocket. Looks downfield. Here comes his arm. Nice throw. He's got a wide open receiver, number 8. He catches it, spins. Does he get in? Right short of the touchdown is number 8, and that is a what a play right there, right?
That was a great play. That's Aiden Cavazos. Number 8, ladies and gentlemen. You got to give credit right here to Drew Cornegie there. He threw a nice pass, pretty much on stride, Aaron. Pretty much on stride. And I think we got a hot player now. And I hope it's okay.
Cramping.
Let's just hope it's cramps. Let's just hope every time they go down, it's just cramping, ladies and gentlemen.
I loved his release on that, Joe. Did you see that?
I love that release too.
It was a quick release. I mean, it's a natural arm talent right there. Boom.
That's one of the best passes I've seen in a while from Harlingen. You know, that was a very nice touch pass, and not taking anything away from the other kids, but this guy looks more, the quarterback non-runner.
Right.
Morales more runner, and yet to show. We haven't seen him enough to determine how well he can throw. But both of them can make a lethal combination. That's for sure.
I mean, he has got. I mean, we only saw 2 passes from him, right? And so it's really hard to have a small sample size. But I'm telling you, just watching him and his delivery, it looks like maybe he's been in some quarterback camps. I mean, it's just he's got a really refined delivery.
Actually, he has, and that's who I was. I was talking to one of his relatives, and he was taking some camps, I believe, in the Dallas area.
You could tell,
and it made me be helping him out here, and anything helps to get these guys going. And that was a great pass. I think Harlingen's going to get the ball inside the 1 yard line, ladies and gentlemen. Nice touch pass. And so right now we've got a pretty good, exciting opening third quarter. Harlingen's came out, and I see Morales out there on the sideline. I see him here from here. He is walking on his own power, so that's a good sign over there.
Yes,
he's. You see him out there, and he's about to put his helmet on, and oh, he's putting his helmet on.
He wants back in, of course.
Yeah.
He's going to fight for that, and how about the Cardinals having 2 good choices, right? I mean, obviously, we've got a small sample size so far. Look at this keeper, Isaiah Bell, in that Wildcat formation. He's going to go in for that 2-point conversion, try to stretch it out a little bit more.
Wow, here we go. We got a touchdown from the Wildcat position here. So the Harlingen Cardinals are going to go up 20-0.
Number 9, Isaiah Bell.
And you got to give him credit for that 1 touchdown, Joe.
Yes, so that's a great drive, ladies and gentlemen. That was a good drive for the Harlingen Cardinals to come back. Look at a little, I don't know what words we can use right now, but there were, it had some good plays and had some bad plays. I know, jitters is one thing, but right now we're seeing a really different game. For the Harlingen Cardinal now, I think it's South's turn to come back and show what they can do, because they've been actually the more balanced attack.
Yes, that's right.
For the of the 2 teams, that they've been able to run really well and pass. Of course, they've had a mistake that cost 7 points, but I mean, of course, they're still in the game. It's still 21-7 with 8:58 left to play in the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. South will be receiving the ball here pretty soon, and we've got ourselves a good one, Eric.
Yeah, and it's exciting. I kind of figured it was going to be really hard for the Hawks to stop the Cardinals. If it wasn't for that 15-yard penalty, maybe it would have been a different story on that first drive. But either way, Cardinals taking care of business, getting downfield. Got to see a different quarterback, different look, different style, if you will. I liked what I saw right there.
I did too.
So Cardinals got to feel good about this season, got to feel good about this team. Now, South, let's get back to that. August Wilson. Impressed with him this evening. Yes, hasn't been perfect, but you can tell he's getting that confidence. He's starting to really live into this is my team, and they got to let him run with it, Joe. I feel like they've got to give him the rest of the game to really get his confidence up. So he got a chance right now to get back, get his team back on the board, make it interesting.
I think so, Aaron, and I think we've seen that confidence level in the first half. Able to run, able to throw, able to make some good decisions downfield, whether to keep it and run, whether to take a pass. He's been pretty balanced. Actually, some of the more balanced quarterback I've seen in a long time here in Harlingen. So, good job by August Wilson, and so he's been doing a good job out there. And we expect him to come out and right now and try to get some points on the board for the Harlingen South.
Yeah, we've got his parents right underneath us here in the press box. I know it's been nerve-wracking for them. Here you go, return here for the Hawks, bringing out around the 27-yard line. And they will get a chance here. I've been watching his parents, Joe, and seeing their boy out there in the first night, your first big game. They've been just really feeling it tonight, and so it's good to see them smile when he's done some really good things tonight.
Well, they should be proud so far. He's done a heck of a job. Nothing to be ashamed of. He has done he's been a good driving force for South success so far. It's still early in the third quarter, and there's still plenty of time. And it's time for him to step up right now.
Here we go. He's got number 1 with him as Carlos Mas Bas. He's got number 9 in the backfield also. That's David Sanchez, a junior. And he's going to go to work here. 1st and 10, ball on the 28-yard line. And here we go. South, he's just going to rip this one out, and Albert Vasquez almost gets a hand on it. He had a receiver just underthrew that a little bit. It looked like a timing pattern he was trying to throw, but they're just different speeds there.
Yeah, and they let everybody come through in the line though, and they had number
like a screen, right?
Yeah, like a screen. It looked like it was going to be a screen, but it looked like it was a dangerous pass though, because it could have been tipped or intercepted at the same time. So we got a 2nd down going on at 2nd and 10. But let's see what they got, Aaron. Let's see if we can get that running game going with Moss Boss.
I feel like they maybe should have gotten that in 1st down. Now 2nd down, going to be a keeper. Wilson. No, he handed it off. Good job there in concealing the football. Tricked me for a second. But either way, that's going to be a loss of yardage.
Yeah, it's a good job on the Harlingen defense. I think they're stepping up in the game. That was number 56 for the Harlingen Cardinals. And he's been, we've mentioned him a couple of times out there, and that is Justin Ojeda, and he's done a great job. The whole offensive line, the whole defensive line has done a really good job. The defense has done a superb job. So give it up to them. And here we go with their 3rd down and about 12, 13 to go.
They want to get this down, try to get that 1st down. If not, you punt, and Cardinals can get another good field position to work from. Looks like a blitz coming, number 31, and he's going to get the quarterback. He came untouched right through the middle, Joe. Get a name on him, but he was creeping up to the line of scrimmage. He was showing blitz.
Tomlin.
And Tomlin just came right through. Nobody touched him.
I don't think anybody touched him, Aaron. He just had an open, there was nothing August could do on that one. He just saw him coming. He just kind of braced for the impact because nobody touched him. He almost got there before the ball got there as well. So, good job by Sterling Tomlin, number 31 for the Harlingen Cardinals. And also good job by August Wilson by just
holding on to that football, man.
Because
that's all you could do.
That's all you could do.
And, as an offensive lineman, you have to pick up that blitz. You got to be able to say 31-31 coming through, right? And if guard is supposed to go pinch down on the defensive tackle or nose guard or whatever, you got to make the shift. Oh, man, almost blocked on the outside. They're not going to call that right into kicker. That was almost blocked by Albert Vasquez. That is going to end up being Joe, it's right at the line of scrimmage.
That's about a 2-3 yard punt. Aaron.
Not even.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
No, it is. You're right. But, it's back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, regardless.
You gained 0 yards on that drive.
Yeah, that was no good. Harlingen's going to get the ball right now, and they're going to be foaming here at the mouth. They're trying to put this down. Not a good possession for Harlingen South Hawks. No. Kind of lost a little bit of the momentum. Had some things not go their way by some negative plays. And some good blitzing by the Harlingen Cardinals, and a very good job there on Cerning on the last play to do well there.
Well, Albert Vasquez he's all over the place tonight. I feel like been calling him out. He's just making plays here for the Cardinals. Hasn't had interceptions because they haven't been throwing his way, and rightfully so. But doing a good job down there on the field.
Randy's back.
Who's you're right. He is in. So you're gonna probably expect he's gonna run the ball, which may not be a bad idea right now. Up 21-7. Handoff Isaiah Bell, and he'll gain a few there.
Yeah, he's going to gain about 2 yards.
Ball pops out, but whistle was already blown.
Yeah, I think Harlingen wants to make it known right now, like, hey, we're going to run the ball.
Aaron, stop it.
You're going to stop it, and we dare you. And so, it's only a 1 or 2 yard gain, but I like what they're doing. They're still establishing that run, but that O-line's got to create some holes there for Bell there. So,
yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that's what he does best, though, is run down the middle, though. So sometimes you can break them, and sometimes you're going to get hit right away.
Well, big props to that defensive line. They're way undersized compared to this, and they have held their own tonight,
yes,
at the line of scrimmage, and so they've done really well. Where's the ball? Oh, my. What was that? Timeout. They're going to say it was a timeout called right before that snap, but that was a horrible snap. That could have gone really bad.
But honestly, if they would have let that play go, I think Morales had some room to go.
He was going to improvise, that's for sure.
He was going to take it around the right side, and because he had one, it was really one-on-one.
Yeah.
He was going to go against one guy, so the cornerback. But nonetheless, they called the flag. They called the timeout there real quick.
It's the second time. Remember earlier in the first half, there was a bad snap to Wilson?
Yes.
And they're like, no, timeout call right before the snap. So it seems like each team has got one of those tonight.
They've gotten away with winning.
How about that Burke Children's Dentistry smile cam going on right now in the third quarter? Y'all can see that there. And let's see if people are going to smile. Okay, let me just say real quick that South Hawk student section, right? They brought their pajamas out tonight.
Oh yeah.
All right, and their motto was let's put the Cardinals to sleep. And then the Cardinals side over there we're all red, and so let's make the Hawks see red. So I love how the student sections have gotten into it. They get into the game, and I love that.
And you know what? We're here in South is the home team.
Yes.
So as we're looking out the window, Aaron,
It's all red.
do see
Oh,
red.
man.
It's like 99%.
Those
red
fans
out
got
there.
the memo tonight.
They got the memo.
All right, here we go, Cardinals. Speaking of the memo, we've got the Cardinals in second down. They're going to try to make a statement right here. Rolls to his left. Lets this one wide open. That is Aiden Sandoval in the corner of the end zone, and that is touchdown Cardinals.
Here we go, Aaron. He was wide open. It looks like there was some kind of mix-up on the coverage there. But good job on Morales to throw the ball and coming back from that injury.
Yep.
And then get Sandoval out there ready to go. And here we go, Aaron. Now it's become a 27-7 ball game. Is Harlingen already getting their momentum going?
Oh, yeah.
Is South, momentum kind of stuck right now? But this is going to be a very important drive for the Harlingen South Hawks. But right now, I've got to say that the momentum is really shifted to the Harlingen Cardinals side right now, both offensively and defensively right now.
And, it goes back to, remember that back-to-back touchdown?
Yes.
With that fumble early on in the game. And the Hawks valiantly kind of, try to fight back into the game. Kick is 28-7 is their score now. They try to get back into the game. And August, man, he had a commanding drive downfield and score. And he said, all right, 14-7 is the score now. But that hurt a lot, Joe. That really shifted a lot of momentum and really, in my opinion, put that game just out of reach early. And I knew from that point on the Hawks were going to have to really scratch and claw to get back into this. And they're really not built for that this year. It's a different Hawk team than last year. It's not the 10-0 team. This year,
definitely not.
This is going to be it's going to be a good 5A squad team this year. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong.
But you can kind of see a little bit of the difference between these two ball clubs at this point in the ball game.
Yeah, Aaron, when you lose that caliber from last year, that was a lot of great players that they lost. They had a great team. I'm not saying this team cannot be great because they're young, and they can get better as the weeks progress. Right now, they're playing, and both teams can get better. We don't know how good these teams can be right now. I mean, you can't judge anybody on the first game.
It's hard now.
Week one. I'm sure that both coaches are going to go back to the drawing board and fix some of the things that they need to be fixed. Both coaches are great, and you're going to
100%.
see, and I think South right now, and they're not going to give up. With Coach Gonzalez in there, they're going to keep fighting, and they're going to be
100%.
fighting. Yeah.
And someone asked me, look at this nice return here by South Hawks, going to try to spark some life. That's number 8. Look, hey, that's Dylan Anaya, and the sophomore. Remember, we talked about that fumble earlier, and I don't want that to be kind of the highlight of his game tonight because he's made some good things happen tonight.
Well, the last time yes, exactly, Aaron. And the last time that he ran the ball and gave him pretty decent field position, they were able to capitalize and carry that momentum towards a score. Let's see if that can happen again, and let's see if he could bring that spark back again. But the Harlingen looks a little tough and ready. But August Wilson needs to just get everybody calm down and just play some football.
All right, here we go. August Wilson now, first down and 10. Here comes blitz on the outside. Watch it. And they got through last time. This time, good job picking it up. Number 4, that's Ethan Garza. First time we call his name tonight. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think he's going to barely get back. Yeah, he's right at the line of scrimmage. But good pursuit by the Harlingen defense, who's right now has been swarming on that offense. And Coach Izzy has got to get something going, maybe try to air it out a little bit and open up some lanes because right now the Harlingen defense is stuffing that run down pretty good. And, August Wilson has shown he can throw the ball very well.
He can. And, a little bit of the timing patterns are off tonight. He had that interception earlier, kind of threw a very similar ball to that again. And so they're just going to have to work on their practice. Here we go. Pump fake keeper. He can run, get the outside, and he does right at that first down. I think he's going to get that first down. Good run there by August.
I think the referee's going to give him the first down right at the 45-yard line. And good run. This is the spark that they needed. This was a very crucial first down because it was third down. Could they have already pumped the ball if he would have gotten a yard or two behind? So good job by August Wilson. to get them the first down and keep this drive alive. And right here in good field position at the 45-yard line, their own 45-yard line. But nevertheless, Aaron, they're still in the game here, and they're still got a new, fresh set of downs.
All right, 1st and 10. August taking it upon himself to get that first down. Low snap. He's going to have to chase this one. He just falls on a good idea there with 3 jerseys coming at him. Could have been a lot worse, but either way, it's going to be a 2nd down and 20, Joe.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that are going to hurt you, Aaron, and those are the plays that you just – and then those are, they need, this is where the practicing, like you said earlier, they've only been practicing in, a couple of weeks and stuff. This is when you're going to get – this is the things that you will get better on as the season progresses. But right now, it's hurting them, and it's costly right now because those kind of plays are, in my opinion, momentum stoppers or drive stoppers.
Yep.
Because now they got to overcome a 2nd and 20.
2nd down and 20 for the Hawks. August Wilson in the shotgun. Nobody else with him in the backfield. He's going to look downfield. Seth Vergara coming across on the screen. Catches it. He's got speed, and he gets to the outside. He picks up 22 yards and a Hawk first down.
Well, Aaron, here we go. I was wrong about what I said. They just got a first down.
Yep.
Able to get that was what, Seth Vergara?
Yes.
Yeah, that was Seth Vergara. And good little screen pass there by August Wilson there to get the first down. I mean, I didn't think they had a 22-yard play, but on their playbook, but they do now.
They do now, and thanks to Seth Vergara. Seth had a good year last year. Started to call his name a little bit. He started to get some more touches on that football. We know he's got the speed. Now he needs a target, so the senior doing a good job. 1st down and 10 now for the Hawks. Here comes blitz. 31 on the outside again. Gets through, but nice setup to Seth Vergara. Makes a man miss. He's got another one stiff arm down to the 35, and he is catching fire at the right time. He had the touchdown earlier, by the way.
Yeah, he had a touchdown earlier. Right now, good 8-yard gain right now. Keeping those, keeping the momentum going. I think if South can get some kind of score, but actually they need a touchdown to really kind of get back into this game here and get it down by 2 scores. I think we can still get a good ball game going on right now. But good job, good poison. They're not giving up. I love the attitude, and they're still fighting, and they want to score.
Yeah, they got a lot of fight in them. They're not giving up. 2nd down and about 2 to go for the Hawks. And here we go. August, handoff. Moss Boss up the middle. Stiff arms, throws someone on the ground, and he's finally taken down. He gets a little bit there, but the intensity of that run, Joe, is really what I like to see from Moss Boss.
Yeah, he didn't gain but maybe a yard, but you're right. The intensity from there. This is going to be a good play right now. So it's going to be about a 3rd and 3. I think right now we're in that territory where you're going to go for it regardless of what happens in 3rd down.
You have to.
You're down to 21 points. So you've got, right now as a coach, you got to look and say, we got to get 4 yards and 2 plays. That's the way you look at it.
4 yards and 2 plays. Let's see if they can get a 3rd down. August looks downfield, pump fake. Here comes the pressure, and he's hitting the backfield. That's going to be a sack.
And that's what he didn't want to do.
He was thrown down so hard there, and he's a tough kid. He's able to get up from that. I wouldn't have been able to get up from that one, that's for sure, Joe. But that's why he's down there, and we're up here. 4th down coming up for the Hawks.
Yeah, it's 4th down. I think they're still going to go for it. It's going to be 4th down at about 8 or 9, not about 9 yards. Maybe right at 10. Who knows? But the point is, maybe they would run it, but they were trying to catch the Cardinals off guard, I think, and trying to surprise them with a pass. It cost them right now because the defensive line of Harlingen really got through, Aaron, like you said, and they're a little oversized compared to the O-line of Harlingen South. But nevertheless, I like the gutsy call, and here we go. They're going to go for it.
Going for it on 4th down. You got an empty set, and August is going to have all day. Here comes a blitz up the middle. He's going to have to tuck it, get outside, let the ball go downfield, but he overthrows the receiver, not even close, and they're going to essentially waste that 4th down opportunity, Joe. And the Cardinals, with a lot of momentum, up 28-7, are going to get a shot to really put this game away, in my opinion.
I think right now, if you score right here, Aaron, I think that the game's pretty much out of reach, so to speak. But yes, the 2-play calls that you were 3rd and 4, then you become in 4th and 10, and that really kind of hurt them. But I understand why Izzy went for it. I mean, you have to when you're down this smart. It's a non-district game. It still counts as a win or loss.
Sure.
But you want to go out there and try to win, and I think I give them a lot of credit for trying to get out there to win. But here's the thing too is now it's a lot of pressure on a shorter field for the Harlingen South defense because this offense it woke up.
Yeah,
it woke up in the second half, and you got to try to put them back to sleep because it can get out of hand.
Romero now back in. He's healthy after that little injury scare that he had earlier. He'll hand this off to Isaiah Bell, and look at him. He just kind of goes into the pile, reappears about 5 yards downfield, and he moves the football so well.
And I think Harlingen right now, with his commanding lead of 21 points, this is what they want to do, is just keep pounding the ball and just keep pounding the ball and wearing that defense down. And then right now, I think that's the strategy of Gomez. It looks like that's what they want to do, because they went right down the middle on that one, Aaron. Right down the middle and picked up 5 yards. And that's exactly what you want to do.
Yeah, I apologize. I think I've been saying the wrong name the past couple of drives. It's actually Randy Morales. I think I put a combination in there, and so I apologize for that.
Morales is the number 5, the quarterback.
Randy Morales. I think I lost it there in that switch. But anyways, Randy Morales has been there at the helm, back from whatever little injury. And hands this one off to Isaiah Bell, and he'll gain 2 yards on the carry.
Yeah, so it's going to be about 3rd and 3 right up the gut. They're continuing to run Bell. Right now, we haven't seen Torres. I think he hasn't come back from the injury.
No, he has not.
Earlier.
That's right.
So, basically, Bell's run is a bruiser back that we've talked about. He kind of runs in the middle. He doesn't run too many outside runs. I think this is where they miss kind of Kean Torres to kind of bring that little outside run. So hopefully he's okay. Yeah, we haven't seen him out. I know he was running around out there.
Well, another one they can sub in is Aiden Cavazos, right? And I know that we may see him on a little end around that, kind of what Kean Torres does, gives a little bit of speed as well. So a lot of speed, I should say. And so he's somebody to watch out. He almost had that touchdown earlier. He's going to be a keeper up the middle, bounces it to the outside, tackle from behind, but it'll be enough for a first down.
No, he was able to. I thought he was going to be short, but he kept dragging and kept fighting. So Morales with a good job on the getting the first down and keep that drive alive. And Harlingen with 25 seconds left to play, I think they're going to let this one go down, talk it over, and switch sides on the field.
You almost feel, right, like I'm kind of just sensing the crowd right now, sensing the atmosphere, the energy, if you will. You kind of feel like right now, like South is kind of, at the moment, right, resigned to the fact that, the Cardinals maybe this year are just a better team. Last year, surprised everybody, came out and beat them in Bird Bowl, came back from behind. Cardinals are in my opinion, we talked a little bit about this as we're transitioning here to the fourth quarter, right, Joe, is that, there's talk, there's chatter, that the Cardinals have a better team than they had in the past few years. And, getting back to that part where they're going second, third round deep into the playoffs, which is usually the tradition here. They've got the pieces. I think maybe they got to figure out how to best use those pieces. But, definitely liking what I'm seeing from the Cardinals here tonight.
Absolutely. I think you're right. I think if they can stay healthy and get better, because every week they can get better. But the pieces are there. It's up to see, if everything else falls into place. But absolutely, I've been hearing that too. Some of the sources there inside feel that this is one of the better teams that they've had in quite a while. So, we'll see. We would love both teams to go as far as they can, ladies and gentlemen. We Harlingen fans here. So,
the cool thing is, you're right, and for the foreseeable future, we can actually have 2 district champions in the same city.
Yeah,
you got they're playing in 2 different classifications, 2 different districts.
I don't think that's ever happened.
No, that'd be kind of cool.
That would be good.
The other teams that maybe will pull it off are Brownsville, Westlake, Allen. You're going to have two district champions, I think would be Harlingen's goal, right? For both of these teams to go forward and do so. And, someone asked me, well, what's the big difference in classification? And this is the way I explained it in the way that I could. A 6A, there's a break. It's around 2,000 students or so. Below that, you're going to have 5A. Above that, you're going to have 6A. And then you have 1 and 2 6A, right? Divisions. And anyways, 6A, you have more to draw from. You may have 500 players to draw from in a 6A. You may have 200 in a 5A. And that's where it really comes down to. You got a better pick of athletes, band, dance, whatever, in a bigger classification.
Absolutely right. And I think you're right. And I've never looked at it that way, but that's absolutely right. You have more choices, but more students in your school enrollment. And that's how we decide on the 6, 5, 4, 3As and stuff.
Harlingen High
mic check.
Has the first time out in the second half.
Game, though.
Mic check.
And obviously you go down 3A, you got less to pick from, so on and so forth, and so more opportunities to play also for some players, and so that's a big difference in 6A, 5A, and we're gonna probably start to. You're not gonna feel it this year, I think, but you'll start to feel it in the years to come.
Yes, absolutely.
And the question then has to become, right, is like what then becomes a Bird Bowl, and I know that's part of the conversation people don't want to really get into, but especially if it ever gets to the point where it's like a 6A, 4A. it may not be as evenly matched anymore, right? And
No,
so
that could happen.
So, enjoy these Bird Bowls, last year, this year, maybe next year. It may come to a point, right, to where the classifications get so spread out where it just really becomes more unfair, if you will.
And that actually happened, if you remember, with the Port Isabel and Los Fresnos tradition,
yep.
the Battle of 100.
Sure. 6A, 3A. I mean, it's really hard.
It did happen. It stopped.
So, anyway, we're enjoying it tonight. I think, for the next year or two, it's going to be close matched, and we'll enjoy it as much as possible. Here goes a little pass downfield. That's Sandoval with a catch on the outside. Not enough to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but good pass nonetheless.
Good pass. I got about 4 yards out of it, I believe. So, right now, Harlingen's is fourth quarter left, 11:52. And Harlingen's trying to get the ball control, maybe put one more up there and really put the nail in the coffin here for the Harlingen South Hawks. Nonetheless, though, they have still been playing a great game, really balanced attack. Got a lot of things to work on, but that's what practice is for, ladies and gentlemen, and that's why every week your goal is to get better.
I think these guys have 1, maybe 2 scrimmages under their belt. So technically, this is a third practice game. I mean, it's a real thing. Don't get me wrong. Here comes a blitz. They're going to bring the house here, get in his face. He's got Aiden Sandoval on the outside. Nice move, and he scoots around number 16 for a touchdown. Aiden the Sandman Sandoval in for the Cardinals, and that's a touchdown.
That was a great play.
Wow.
And that was a good stop when he made the cornerback for the Harlingen South overrun him. But there's a flag or something? No.
I don't think so.
Correction.
I know there's a lot of excitement going around us, here in the
press booth,
press booth as well as out in the stadium. A little bit of a shock here on the south side right now.
Maybe he did step out.
Did he? Are they going to call him out of bounds?
I think so.
We don't have the sideline cam right now, so
we don't have. Because I told
you're right.
One of the guys pulling no.
I guess that he did that little pirouette. How about that? Right, a little spin there, and maybe
Nevertheless, is a good pass, but still gives the Harlingen Cardinals a first down.
And here we go. Keeper, right hand side, looking downfield. He's going to tuck this one. He's got speed. Look at him making a move, and I think that may be close to the first down marker.
It's going to be very close, if not right at it, maybe a little bit above it. It's either at it or I believe he got it.
Randy Morales.
Good job by Randy. He went down a little earlier, and probably just maybe a little stinger that he got towards the highline running earlier, but good to see him back, and good to see those kids get back. We not have seen Kean Thodas come back, though, from the injury.
No.
Hopefully he's okay. We'll have to see and see how what the progress is on him, or hopefully he's, I saw him walking around, so
that's
good.
It's
a good sign.
You want to get, the name of the game is get through pre-district, right, Joe? Because, yes, these games count to your overall win-loss, whatever. Ego or whatever you want to call it. And also it sets you up for the playoffs. But at the same time, once you get into district, which is really about a month away, Joe, there's going to be a district-wide bye, I know, for Harlingen High. So it's going to be about a month before they actually get into district play, where it really starts to matter.
And this is like where every game from here on out, you should, eliminate penalties and this and that and get better. So... Oh, here we haven't seen her all day.
I know. It's good to see her back. It looks like we're going to throw it down to the sideline. Cassie, I think we got here. Here she goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's go to the sideline reporter, Miss Cassie. Take it away, Cassie.
Hello, HCISD family, and welcome to Bird Bowl 30. I'm Cassie Bonda, your HCISD Game Day sideline reporter. Tonight, we are recognizing our incredible HCISD student athletes. Last year, we had 76 student athletes who earned 96 academic All-State awards. In addition, we had 22 college athletic signings. That's 22 HCISD student athletes.
Well, there we got a touchdown there.
I mean to cut Cassie off there, but
yeah, we had Adrian Sandoval.
Yep.
The Wildcat. And able to get the touchdown and put Harlingen up to 34. That was Sandoval, wasn't it? Number
so he got to come back and cap off that. So he's the one that stepped out of bounds, right, on that beautiful catch, a little spin there. So they gave him the opportunity to cap off the drive and get the touchdown. So
yeah, they did, and they
touchdown, Aiden Sandoval.
And we've seen the Wildcat with Bell. Now we've seen it with Sandoval. Yep. So something to look a little differently, and here we go. Right now, Harlingen Cardinals up 34. Looked like it was blocked.
No, just to locate. And here's something. Okay, check this out. So at halftime, we saw this was number 10 that kicked, and he's the one that kicked that field goal earlier. That was number 10 that's Ray Castillo. But at halftime, we saw a different number kicking.
89, I believe.
Right, it was in the 80s, and he was booming a 45-yard field goal.
I don't see maybe it was 83. But
Maybe?
yeah, but it was in the 80s, and
different guy, and he was booting. I'm telling you, from the 35-yard line, that was a 45-yard field goal. So interesting to see they went back with number 10 here. So I mean, a little kicking thing to figure out there for the Cardinals this year.
Yeah, the good thing it's so early.
Yeah.
When you have a commanding lead, it's not bad. But you've got to get this thing out once you start going to district and you start getting under, because kickers are very important.
Yes.
They're very important.
I mean, Ricky Lealler in the pregame show, right, he was saying how his greatest memory is holding for the game-winning field goal of Bird Bowl. And so, you know, a lot of people kind of discount the kicker. That's the one out there wearing the soccer cleats, you know, not running sprints with everybody else on the sideline, chilling, you know, drinking water. Well, sometimes that's what the game comes down to, and you got to have a dependable field goal kicker if you're going to make a run in the playoffs. Yeah. So shout out to all the kickers out there wearing soccer cleats, drinking ice cold water. You're important.
Yeah.
You're important to the team. Hey, folks, thanks for joining us. It's been an awesome time here in the booth here at Bogus Stadium. You know, we realize that if for whatever reason, travel or, you know, people just moved or family from out of town, you get to tune in and catch your favorite player, even band and so on and so forth. So just an honor to be able to call these games and bring you here into Bogus Stadium with us, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great way to start off the season. You know, a lot of energy behind Bird Bowl this week, and excited, you know, for the games. Got a couple games coming up. You know, they're going to be fun. One to highlight: Harlingen versus Veterans Memorial. That should be a good one here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we haven't seen that.
No, we haven't. You know, Gilpin's going to come into town, and he's always got a team that's ready to go. They'd like to go deep in the playoffs, so it'll be good to see that.
Yeah, and you know, this is a good test for some Harlingen, you know, to see where they're at against the other Valley squads in the western part of the Valley that are actually done really well lately.
That's right. I know Harlingen's got a couple of Laredo games coming up. It's going to be a good season. Looking forward to it. Oh, man, in the backfield, he'll get taken down for a loss. And
quarterback.
Yeah, that was right there, number 44 for the Harlingen Cardinals.
On the stop, number
he got through there real quick, and that I'll give credit there. That's Shea
Gotta call him out.
And he did a heck of a job of just blitzing right through there and able to get that for about a 2 to 3 yard loss. So, you know, I want to give a shout out right now to the whole defensive line of the Harlingen Cardinals. They've been doing extremely good job. There's we don't have number 76 listed on my list, but I see a 76 on there. I was going to give him a shout out, but yeah, we don't have number 76.
All right, here we go. August Wilson now, shotgun formation, and Mospau's kind of creeping up. I think they're going to call him on that one. He had forward movement.
I think he did,
and he wasn't set before the ball was snapped.
No, you've got the right call, and that's going to cost them 5 yards. That's going to bring down a second and about 18 to go, Aaron. And this is one of the things right now, Aaron, that the Harlingen South, I know with Coach Gomez is going to, and you know they're going to try to correct this.
Sure,
you know,
of course.
And I know that Gonzalez, should I say, is going to try to correct this and eliminate the penalties like that, because penalties, no matter how good you are, they're drive killers.
Oh, big time, yeah.
Just drive killers, and right now we're seeing it. It's hard to come out from a second and 17 deficit, especially against a defensive team like the Harlingen Cardinals.
All right, here we go. Wilson slings that one out. That says Vergara. He's had a great game tonight. And he'll gain a couple yards there on the quick shot there, man. He had this guy wide open downfield, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
but it just happened really quick and so fast. So you know,
one of the things I noticed about August, and he'll get better at this as the season progresses. He's going off his first read. So, you know, he gets the ball, and the first guy he's looking at, he's usually throwing.
Yeah.
And that got him in trouble earlier with a pick and almost another one. So, you know, once he gets comfortable in the pocket, he'll be able to go first, second, maybe third read, right? For a high school quarterback, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But if he can get there, like this guy was probably his fourth read, but he was open down the field. He has more patience. He'll find that guy and make a big play. Third down coming up for August. And the first read there to Seth Vergara. And that's the one you got to be careful, because a defender can jump that route right there.
And then that's exactly what I was about to say, Aaron, is like those are the danger ones when you just, you know, step in front and just walk right in to the Harlingen side there. So, yeah, you got to be very careful on that. And that's going to bring them fourth down. And it's going to be a deep punt. And the last punt that we saw, Aaron, was a very bad punt.
Yes.
Didn't even get to the line of scrimmage. If so, maybe 1 or 2 yards, give or take backwards or forwards.
Right.
So the punting, the special teams are very important because even if he boots a good one, he's going to give Harlingen the ball at decent field position. And we got number 8 back there for the Harlingen Cardinals. That is Aiden Cavazos. And, we know he's a speedster,
Yeah.
and we know we can bring the ball down.
Yeah, excited to see him, get the football in his hands. He's pretty electric. And so, we're talking about this. We're like, okay, you got Sandoval. You got Aiden out here, right, that can catch and do something with the football. Yeah. And then you got Kian Torres, hopefully he's healthy. And you got Isaiah Bell, and we start to name all these guys, right? And it's like, man, the Cardinals have got a pretty stacked offense when you think about it.
Aaron, that's exactly right. I was thinking about that earlier, and they've got a lot of weapons. And with a lot, if they can stay healthy throughout the day, they could be that dangerous team that we haven't seen here in Harlingen in a while. And in playing some of the upper district players, teams from the Upper Valley, it's going to show us a lot too. I think because every year we usually play the same teams, play the Brownsville team, we haven't done that in about 3 or 4 years. Where we would pick a San Antonio team or Judson or something like that, and we haven't done that in a couple of years. So I think there's just trying to test out here.
And quite frankly, I think for a few years there, maybe Harlingen wasn't at that level, right? Nice looking punt. This one's going to be a good one. Looks like it'll be down. And so I think it's smart, right? You don't want to hurt your players either. You don't want to kind of get out there and get a blowout loss, right? So you got to kind of gauge that, and you can kind of a little bit project maybe a year or two out what you're going to have, right? And I think maybe after this year, the Cardinals say, both teams obviously, but we're talking about the Cardinals right now, kind of come up, make a good playoff run. You may start seeing those out-of-town teams come back in and play in the next couple of years.
And it's always sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
It can be bad, right?
Yeah.
A couple years ago, I think, this district was 32-6A, lined up against Odessa, Permian, Midland, and man, it hurt Los Fresnos. It hurt a couple teams because a lot of injuries.
Actually, that happened to Harlingen about 4 or 5 years ago when they played Reagan. Actually,
that's right. San Antonio Reagan beat them right here.
They beat him right here, and they beat Reagan, but it cost them. That was one of the wins that it cost them a lot. And here we got number 22.
Got a new number, and look at him, man. He wants his turn to shine here under the Friday Night Lights.
Justin Sosa. He's. That shows you the weapons and they got. Torres went down, and now they bring in Sosa, so they got some weapons out here. Good job. Harlingen still wants to fight. They're not laying down.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
if you're going to fight by running the ball and you put some more points on the board, I don't have a problem with that. It's when you pull out trickery and stuff like that, but this is hard-nosed football.
No, exactly. Yeah, if you want to, flea flicker or stuff like that, I don't agree with none of that.
Sure.
But if you're running down and you're getting 7-8 yards, more power to you.
Yeah.
More power to you.
This is the best kind of rehearsal you can have for what's coming. Look at this guy run, man. I like it. 22, Justin Sosa.
Yeah, that's a Sosa again. Sosa, and I think we got a new. We got Drew back in there.
Is he? Yep, Cornegie.
Cornegie back there, changing the realm a little bit. Probably maybe because it's 34, and giving them a little bit of snap. Just you get that experience just in case, because you never know what can happen. And right now, I like what I saw in him earlier. So right now, Harlingen has the first down at the 40-yard line. 34-7, ladies and gentlemen. We got 8:30 left to play in the fourth quarter. And Harlingen's continue to move.
All right, so by the way, Drew Cornegie is a junior. I did get someone text me that. Everybody, Lee, and thanks for that information. And definitely someone to watch out for also. Look at Sosa run. This is kind of old school, hard nose, but he's got quick feet, Joe. I like this running back.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to say old school, smash mouth. That's what they're doing. They're running up the gut. Nothing fancy what Harlingen's doing right now, but if you can't stop it on the south side, you're going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
And those are what we were talking about, Aaron, the wear down with the weapons, that they have, like Bell, Torres, and now they seem like right now they've got a new gem in here, and that is number 22, Justin Sosa.
I mean, hopefully Ken Torres is back soon, but if he needs a couple games, you got Sosa right here. He gets hit in the backfield. Oh, ball's on the ground. They're going to call him down by contact, but I like that style. Good play there, though. Some Hawk defenders getting in the backfield.
On the stop, number 35.
That was a good hit, and reminded me of scene 44 of the
reminds you of Insa down there, huh?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? If if Inson's out there, I think I was talking to his dad at halftime. He's out there watching he's working right now at the dorm. So Levi, if you're watching, would you want to say hi?
Yeah, and we got a new 44 this year, and I'm sure he's rooting him on. Gilbert Ledman was a junior.
Yeah, I met his dad downstairs, actually talking to Walter, his father, right now. We're having a little chat down there and telling me how excited they are with the defense this coming year.
Yeah.
And
that's what it's about. It's about leaving that legacy, and a lot of great seniors graduated last year. Now it's time for these younger guys to get in here and get some reps. Caleb Anaya's, the anchor there. His little brother's that sophomore that has had a game tonight, and is learning through it. But he's been a he's a captain here for this team and anchoring that defense. But South Hawks right now the score doesn't show you 34-7. But I'm really impressed with the way they fought, especially in that first half. And I knew it was gonna be an uphill battle for them tonight, just because, like you've been talking about, they lost a big core of players. And now you're punching up to 6A, and you got to be proud of their effort tonight.
No, absolutely, Aaron. I totally agree with you. They're nothing to be ashamed of here.
No, not at all.
They're just, right now, and they could get better. They've made some mistakes, and those cost some points for turnovers. So here we go.
Here you go, Cornegie. Nice throw. Is that caught? I don't know. You didn't say incomplete, but man, that was a beautiful throw there on the outside.
I like his arm.
I do too. Adam Sanchez was intended receiver.
I don't think that was his fault. I think that was his drop ball there. I think he threw it right where he needed to throw.
Wow.
That's the second time we've seen him throw right where he needed to throw. So good job. Harlingen's got a
little quarterback
controversy here going on. They've got, but it's always good to have.
We'll call it a quarterback challenge. How about that? But it's good. It's a good thing to have when you got two guys that can run in there. Los Fresnos for years has made a 2 quarterback system work.
Yeah.
Now, some would argue that ultimately that's not the best. However, you'd rather have 2 guys than one, and so Cardinals definitely gonna have to do some thinking about that.
One of the most recent and distant future, though, that I used to know is, remember a mission, and it was Detmer. With Rodriguez.
Yeah.
And they did that. They made it work, and Detmer ended up making it to the pros.
Yeah, he did.
That happened for one season. I remember that, and I'm just like, wow, that's doing. I never believed in the dual quarterback, but it could work for some teams, and they went far that year.
Yeah, and Harlingen may look into that, and maybe there's a game plan that's better suited for one or the other, and you kind of ride with that, depending on what the other defense is going to do. But either way, the Cardinals to me right now have got depth, and they got guys at the 1s and 2s, and the first and second spots, first second strings, if you will. Nice hustle down there, special teams, by the way.
Yeah, they're going to get the ball right at about the 2.5-yard line.
Is that Paul Price?
I think so.
No, different number. I saw 1, but I'm seeing a 8 now. Either way, good hustle there. And that's what you want to see from these guys. You want to be able to see them hustling all the way throughout the game. Andres Duar, I hope I'm saying his name right. I called him earlier. I know that. Anyways, Cardinals have got depth this year. Joe.
It looks like it. They've got depth, they've got size, they've got speed. They've got the 3 things that you need to win, and they've got it right now. They've got a solid defense. They're able to shut down and swarm. They got that speed on defense, but they also have that size.
Yeah,
they got some decent size in there. So, it's early. We're not saying what's going to happen, but it's exciting to see teams. And South too. I mean, like I said. They've got a lot of things that they can.
Got some good things going on.
Yeah,
and again, let me reiterate. I know it may be hard, to kind of see right now. Moss Boss there with the carry. I hope he gets going this season. Because last year he had some games where he was breaking some 30, 40 yarders. He's got that potential.
And I think he will. I think once they get more comfortable with that offense right now, and they're it's the first game, and he's done really well, and he's done. He's that bruiser back.
Remember when they put him in defensive tackle last year? And he was wreaking havoc in the backfield. I don't even remember that.
And he was wearing a different jersey.
Number 6.
Yes. We were trying to who's this guy?
Golly. He was tackles for losses, sacks. So he can do a little bit of everything too.
So if they need him on defense, it can happen as well.
Good run there. That's Ethan Garza.
Ethan Garza, number 4. It's going to be right at the first down marker. It looks like he's gonna get it. Yeah, they're moving the chains.
First down.
South right now, I think they could use this time and to build some momentum get some plays that they think they could work. They think maybe eliminate some plays. But right now, you're not going to come back from a 34-7 deficit with 5 minutes and 23 seconds left. But you can build something on this. You can definitely build a nice drive, go in there and show that you didn't give up, and maybe go down 34-14.
And I think everybody needs to to realize. I guess I would say, in my opinion, is that realize that South is built for 5A this year. I would even go as far as to say, to be honest with you, last year we're built for 5A. I think they played with heart last year, with grit, determination, and they won a lot of games by just outworking everybody else. So, but really, when you look at the size factor, the speed factor, I think they're going to sit really well in 5A this year, and I think that they're going to make some noise in that district, and I think they're going to make some noise in that classification, and I think they're where they need to be. And right now, all you're seeing between these two teams is not one that one is much better than the other. It's just that there's different classifications, and I think you're seeing that 6A versus 5A right now.
I do think so as well, and you can see the size differential.
You can. There's more to choose from in a 6A. Let's look at it that way, right?
Yeah.
And fumble on the play, and that may be Cardinal football, Joe.
It is.
Yeah.
It is Cardinal football.
I think it popped right into his arms.
Yeah.
Can't see the number yet.
Harlingen High football.
Yep. And that'll be the proverbial nail right there, I think, for South.
And and the bad thing about it is that there's still time.
Yeah.
I can understand if it was under a minute, you could kneel it down, you don't want to rub in the score, but I mean, you have 4 minutes, all you could do is run. And and Harlingen scores here, it's not their fault. They're just running their plays, and because they got the ball about the 12-yard line there, and I think
Well, and I tell you what, this is going to be a good time. Get your seniors in there, both sides of the ball, by the way. Get your seniors in there, especially then you get a chance to play early in the game. Get them a taste of that Bird Bowl 30, right? Look, I'm putting it out there right now. Hold on to this Bird Bowl for as long as you can. Enjoy it as long as you can, right? Because you're going to see some more separation in the years to come. And so, let these seniors get out there and enjoy it. The fans enjoy it. It's a great tradition here in Harlingen. Hope it sticks around for a long time, by the way. Number 11, here's a new number for us, Anthony Garcia.
That's Anthony Garcia?
Yep.
Anthony Garcia, number 11.
The ball carrier, Anthony Garcia.
He got some speed coming around the right side.
Mm-hmm. He does.
Ended up picking up about 4 yards, and I think he stepped outside, but the clock is still ticking.
On the stop, number 25.
I think so.
That's the smart thing to do.
Look, I'm looking down the sidelines, Joe. I think even South here, like, what? Came out here, competed today, held our own, especially in the first half, learned a lot, and let's move forward, and I think they're ready. Minimal injuries, it looks like, too, which is good. Hoping Kian Torres is okay. But, got out of Bird Bowl week, and let's move on. And I think they're there.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Handoff, left-hand side. That's Garcia again, I believe, right?
He just ran the opposite play on the opposite side there. That's Anthony Garcia, number 11. Good job with Harlingen South by stopping him. And because they got 2 more downs. I think Harlingen's going to end up, just going to run the ball in third and fourth. Granted, they don't get a first down or a touchdown here, but so you got 2 downs to try to stop them and try to get the ball back with at least maybe 2 minutes and try to put some kind of drive going, because I don't see Harlingen kicking a field goal.
No.
I think they're just going to run the ball twice if needed.
Yeah, what a great way to start off the season, though, Joe. I had a lot of mixed emotions. About this week, because Bird Bowl being in the first game, it felt weird. Right? It just felt so weird, because it's like almost like usually it's the end of October or November, like. It's a build-up type game, and like to come right out of the gate and then just I didn't know how to feel about it. But I'm happy with tonight's turnout.
It is. We both fans got to give them credit. They all came out.
Yeah, that's right.
Harlingen had. We can see across here. It looked almost sold out. It looked like 95%. I couldn't tell South. I'm pretty sure
it was pretty good too. I was down there in the crowd, and it was pretty full.
Probably about the same than 90%. And we haven't seen that in a long time, Aaron. Having these kind of crowds, since pre-COVID and stuff like that. But here we go. Harlingen is going to end up kicking a field goal.
Here's that other kicker that we're talking about. Look at that. This guy's got a leg. He's number 80. What number is 83? He's the one that was kicking that 45-yarder at halftime. Joshua Lopez.
That's Josh Lopez. Joshua.
You got to ride with this guy because. That was a different kind of kick than when we saw earlier.
Yeah, and it looks like he does it with ease, though. It looks like he hits the ball, and it goes pretty far no matter what. So, got to give them there. I think Manny's decision is probably becoming a little bit more clear who's going to want to be kicking the ball.
It's early in the season. They're still trying to figure these things. Who's going to be the quarterback? Who's going to be your kicker? You know, what works better? Are we going to do spread offense? Are we going to do an I-4? I mean, like, this is still part of the figuring things out, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's early.
Yeah, it's early, and and this is, like you said, all you hope for is come out with a victory, no injuries, and so far it looks like both teams, came out okay. Didn't look like anything serious, and hopefully, that both teams can continue to improve, and hopefully, Aaron, maybe what you said earlier, maybe we can have 2 district champions in Harlingen.
Sure.
And not meaning sharing it. I mean, in 2 different, district
that's
champions.
Right. That's right. By the way, kind of looking forward. A lot of people say Battle de Arroyo may be the district championship game this year. That's kind of the early season prediction, right? I don't think you can count Los Fresnos out. By the way,
no, they're always pretty solid.
But
they're always in the top, top 2, top 3. Always probably in the playoff run and the picture, should I say?
Mm-hmm.
You're right, though. But right now,
that's the early prediction. That's the early Battle of the Royal will be here in Harlingen this year. We'll have that game here.
Oh yeah.
That's people are thinking that's going to be the district championship game right there.
Well, last year we calling the games there, and we did not get to see any of the other games. They were both away, so we didn't get to see South, and we didn't get to see Harlingen. So it was just one of those things. Here it is, nice little pooch kick.
You're going to return this one. That's Mikey Gonzalez.
Yeah, Mikey.
Let him go.
Mikey didn't know if he wanted to run.
No, he didn't.
Did I call a fair catch? But other than us, he got a good return. Mikey Gonzalez, number 3. And giving South a little bit of a good field position with 2 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank you all for joining us. It's been a great game, and we got 2 minutes left. And we see what South can maybe come down and put some points on the board, get a little bit of momentum going, some positive things for next year. I know Harlingen's not going to lay down, but we see some new faces right now. It looks like some of the defense have changed a little bit. Maybe give them a little experience.
All right, here we go. Nice run there. That's number 9 on the run. That's David Sanchez.
David Sanchez again there. Running the ball, and I think what South needs to figure out is who's going to be the other back, other than Moss Boss. Other than then who's going to give that outside edge? Who's going to be that speedster around there? We all know that he's fast, but he loves to go down the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
that 1-2 punch, if you will.
And I think South is starting to discover their 1-2 punch, and is it Sanchez? There's Moss Boss right now.
There he goes.
And he's stiffing some
stiff
people.
Arm. I like that.
And look, he's running the ball.
The ball carrier number 1, Cardinals.
I mean, he doesn't give up.
No, he doesn't. I love his running style.
So do I. I mean, there's less than 2 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter.
They're still going.
And he's out there. He worked hard to get that first down.
Yeah.
He didn't give up. He didn't try to we're out. And then I'd like to see that, and those are the positive things, Aaron, that you can carry over, carry into practice, and carry into next Friday, and put some momentum into that because that's what it's all about, is getting better every play.
Keeper here. August looking left. Nice throw in and out of the hands of Seth Vergara. Usually he catches that.
Yeah, he's usually a pretty good
He's
got sure hands,
Yeah, sure hands. But, August also had some running room as well.
He did.
He was actually going to take off on the left-hand side. He had a little bit of running room, but he decided to show the arm, and I give him that too.
Sure.
He had an open man.
He did, and I think he figured it's easier to get the yards on the air, right? And
which is absolutely true.
But I want to commend number 2. I've seen him progress greatly through this game tonight. He just seems more poised. I think sticking with him, let it be his team right now. And give him that confidence, right? Not to worry, not to look over his shoulder. Let him get out there. Let him get all the first team reps, and see what he does. And I think he's got a great chance at doing something really great this year.
I totally agree, because I think the score. It's a little lopsided, but he played good.
Yeah, he did.
He played good. South played good. They made some mistakes, a bad punt, a bad fumble here, and that all changes momentum. A couple of bad things that happened for them. 2 or 3 things that really flipped the game for them. So here we go. They're gonna start 33 seconds left, and Moss Boss in the carry.
Moss Boss, look at him. Look at that speed on the outside. There he goes. Oh man, Good tackle right there. If not, and he's gonna pay a price on that tackle.
Yeah.
Because that is a lot.
Well, somebody's down as well.
It's a tackler, and I saw that he went with his shoulder, Joe. I'm worried about that right now. Because that was Masvidal was going full head of steam right there.
Yeah.
And to hit him like that.
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
and I'm sure he was outweighed too.
That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to get at. I was trying to say it without saying it.
Yeah.
It's physics right there. Is Masvidal.
The laws of physics.
He's got more speed and more weight, and great job on the tackle getting him down, but. That may come at a cost. Hope he's okay.
And both of them really took a stinger there because even Moss Boss kind of flipped out, but he got up really quickly. But let's see. I can't see who it was, and I hope he's okay.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him.
Hopefully that's what it is. Coach Gomez right there checking on him.
There's another South guy, number 58.
58, yeah.
It looks like. And he looked like he had a little stinger as well.
They got him up. That's good. So I was worried about his shoulder, his collarbone.
Yeah.
32. He's up, which is good. You got a number? Let me see if I can find it.
I can't find it here. Maybe it was 56. Maybe it was Sebastian Guerrero because it did 6 and 8. But
on the Cardinals side, 32 is J.C. Aleman. I mean, he's a good player right there. And he plays linebacker. So hopefully he's fine. Hopefully he's good.
But he did get up, right?
Yes, he did. He walked out the field.
Okay, maybe he just got a little.
Yeah.
Winded. I mean, Moss Boss
he's a big guy.
He's a big guy. You can't try to body tackle the guy. You got to hit his legs or something because. And here we go. We're going to be with the last play of the game.
Yeah, this should be it. This should wrap it up for us tonight here. Under 7 seconds. Okay, one more snap off and you'll kneel it. And Cardinals are going to take the 30th Bird Bowl. And respectable showing tonight by the South Hawks. Okay. Great game just to get football back going again, Joe. And, just really wishing both of these teams the best of luck throughout the rest of their season. Just hoping we get 2 district titles, this year out of Harlingen. And
that would be great.
Hey, thanks so much for joining us tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure an honor to be able to call the game.
It was an honor to be able to call the game. It was a great game. And the good thing is that we're going to get to see both squads. And I know they're going to both get better, so I'm very, very excited about both squads. I'm very excited at seeing with Harlingen how they progress from here. I'm also very excited on how South is going to get better, and I know they will, and have a good season. I think this didn't find anything. I think it was a great game. A couple of mistakes here and there flopped it, but overall, it was a good game. And Harlingen was just a better team today.
And
the Cardinals.
The Cardinals, to be specific, and like we said in the beginning, Harlingen wins altogether, and so it's a great night of football. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, Joe and Aaron signing off here at Bogus Stadium, and we'll catch you in the next one.
We'll see you next week, ladies and gentlemen. Good night now.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we start our presentation of the Bird Bowl Sportsmanship Trophy, please join me in acknowledging these two fine teams for their play on the field tonight with a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, may I call your attention to the center of the field. The Bird Bowl has become an annual event with strong community support. As a school district, HCISD is indeed fortunate to have such high caliber players and coaches participating in the competitive event, serving as role models within our community. Before we proceed with the award of the trophy, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of our players from both teams, their parents and family members, and dedicated coaches and teachers, as well as our great Harlingen fans for their unending support. A special thanks to our quarterback clubs for unselfishly giving their time so that our athletes enjoy the finest equipment and facilities. Our football teams are fortunate indeed to have such support. This trophy will always represent a good sportsmanship and is an example of how those two schools can come together within the same community and participate in a friendly yet highly competitive spirit. At this time, we would like to direct attention to the 50-yard line for the presentation of the Bird Bowl Sportsmanship Trophy. Presenting the trophy today will be head coach Manny Gomez to principal Nelda Alonso. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please join me again in giving both teams a big round of applause.